Anyone else like to share? How about you in the back with the glasses, sir?
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
You know, you folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
Hey, Bobby.
These folks don't need to stop doing what they're doing. They just need to get better at it. Who's stealing?
Please.
Who's that?
Let's roll. The Friday Night Freak Show has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that busted, and everybody else in between, from Costa Rica to California, Montreal, where we are about to get fucking screwed over hard, to Minnesota. Let's step up and in and rage, as the Montreal Alouettes and Hamilton Tiger Cats total was 50.5. And you can't buy a half a point in the fucking CFL, at least not at Bet365 you can. I hate half points. It's a fucking lesson with college football and NFL football coming. I always buy the half fucking point. So it's 50.5, the fucking total. They've been at like 41 points for the last 2 hours. No one can score. Hamilton scored a touchdown and missed the extra fucking point. They then went all the way down the field again, threw a fucking interception in the end zone. The Montreal Alouettes just marched the ball to the fucking 3-yard line and just fucking went for it on third down and couldn't score. We're stuck at 50, man. The old CFL screw job. Fuck. Unbelievable, this fucking league, man. No matter what the spread is, like it's just inevitable. You're gonna get screwed over somehow. Look, last night we won that in-game total on a last-second fucking field goal. So I don't know, man. You know, we need one motherfucking point, man. One fucking point. We need Hamilton to fumble or something here. Like, just don't get a first down. Don't get a first down. Sack him. Don't get a first down. Don't get a first down. All right, they didn't get a first down. So they'll be punting, but we need a touchdown. That's the problem. These motherfuckers, they're not going to punt it. The Alouettes aren't punting, and they're not going to fucking go for a field goal because the score is 47-3. Oh, God. We need him to score a touchdown, and I don't know, man. There's a better chance of me growing fucking hair before this show is over than that happening. It's a motherfucking train wreck and a half. Sometimes they take safeties in these instances, but why would they take a safety? Fuck. Yeah, the Alouettes can't score anyways. It was a shitty punt. If that's any consolation, it was a shitty punt. We're on the 40-yard line. We've got 3 minutes. Time's not an issue. I'm just not sure they can actually do it. Like, this is beyond bad for the Montreal Alouettes right now. But anyways, we've got baseball going on here in the late night hours tonight. I've got an Oakland Athletic, Arizona Diamondback parlay in play right now. Of course, the Dodgers are playing the Astros. World Series rematch from last year. Verlander, who was fucking dominant in the World Series last year, on the hill tonight against Alex Wood. Dodgers are now minus 135. Come on, fucking reload, you motherfucker. The game just started. Dodgers are minus 135. We're on the Dodgers. I wanted to say, you know what? There's going to be no run in the first inning here. I would have jumped in on it, but the game just started, and for some stupid reason, they don't let you bet that. At 365 is strange, man. They let you do anything except a lot of logical fucking things. And once again, we probably should have put the air conditioner on and not have the fucking door open right now. But, man, it's fucking humid and hot in here. Man, it's motherfucking humid and hot in here. All right, so listen, we're going to try to fucking cry home one fucking point in this game. Except the problem is it's not 1 point. That's the problem. It's not 1 point because no one's going to go for a point. They need a touchdown because it's 47-3. You know what? Before, to me, fuck, you should just kick fucking field goals at some point just to get points earlier. You know, like before they went for it as well when it was like fucking 30s fucking something. Just take the fucking 3 and move on. You know you're not going to fucking pick up the first down. Johnny Manziel, I see, is trending right now on Twitter. He's probably going to want to stay off of Twitter when he gets back home after this game tonight. Vernon Adams, back to pass. Going for the end zone. Oh, there's a penalty in the end zone, so we could get the ball on the 1 yard line. It didn't look like a penalty to me. And watch, Hamilton are a bunch of fuckers, man. June Jones will probably challenge this. June Jones challenged a fucking incomplete pass a couple of minutes ago, up 47-3. June Jones is an asshole. He left his starters in. He was throwing the ball, which I was torn because it was a dick move, but as somebody on the over, I wanted it. Yeah, that's pass interference. Touchdown. Touchdown. Touche. The announcer says the Bronx cheered because they scored a touchdown. No, everyone's cheering because the game went over. Fuck. Over betters. I don't know why I got Vegas Insider tweeting me. Fucking Sam Morency, he's stressing out. But no, I'm all right. I'm just, my Twitter's been blowing up all motherfucking day. And it is right now as well. Oh, I see we have Teddy Cover sends me a tweet. So, yeah, we made the formal announcement earlier in the day. On Twitter. As Axl Rose once so eloquently stated, nothing lasts forever, even cold November rain. And that's our cue. As, we were planning, to be honest with you, it's been all over the place in the last fucking 6 months or 2 years. So I actually wanted to move to Vancouver. But at the same point in time, I'm already doing these shows fucking around the clock as it is, so I might as well step it up a bit and do it for real. So nevertheless, our plan was we were going to go to New York for October the 1st, but things have become accelerated right now. And basically after the IFBC is over, we are going to leave from the West Coast straight to New York. So October, no. September, yes. So starting September the 3rd, I believe, which is the Monday, September the 3rd, we will be kicking it in New York. We'll be doing a plethora of shows along. We're going to be very, very busy. It's going to be over the top, actually. It's going to be over the top, but we'll continue to do the late night podcast. We will have to shave down the overtime hours that we put on in the late night hours here because I'll be on in the mornings now as well. I'll be appearing regularly daily with Craig Carton. So Carton and Friends, essentially becomes Carton and Morency. Syndicated radio, AM radio, on, I don't know, man, a lot of stations. Usually I'm on top of those type of things, but I don't even look anymore. It's on a lot of networks. Syndicated AM radio, YouTube, Fantasy Sports Network Radio, iHeartRadio, fucking Ask Alexa, Amazon, Google, whatever, all that other shit. All those other things that spy on you. If there's pretty much a medium and a platform in today's radio and technology era, we're pretty much on it, except for Twitch and Instagram. I don't have an Instagram account, but so nothing really changes. It's not like, oh, it was our last show or anything like that. That's not the case. Just it changes for us. We have more shows, and we are going to have to adjust some things and shave some things. A little bit, get a little crisper with time, just because time is going to be at a premium. Now, for those of you wondering, Red Heat and Rage will still be on as well. Red Heat and Rage will still be on, so I'll be on, basically from 9 till 12, and then I'll be on from 4 till 7, and then I'll be on with you guys at the late night hours. And I will also be on live from like the Monmouth fucking racetrack every Sunday for NFL football, live from the Will Hill Sportsbook and all kinds of shit, man. I'm going to have to start like eating and I'm much healthier than I was, but I'm going to really have to really get on top of things and live a healthy lifestyle. The weekends are going to be over the top. I got to be honest, I'm not a big weekend guy. All right. Like, I'm known as one of the hardest working men in show business, but I've never been a fan of weekends. Like, I never did it before. Like, I went years on the radio, and I used to refuse. I would be like, I don't do weekends. I used to tell people I don't do weekends. And on the radio in Montreal, they paid me enough money once to do a Saturday night stuff. And ever since then, I was like, wow, whatever, fuck. It's just another day. I'll get paid. But it's another chapter. It's another chapter. The evolution of the Rageolution continues. Nothing lasts forever. We are big fans of the city of Toronto. And, it's kind of strange because, like I said, I don't really even have time now. Like, basically, I've got to pack. I've got a lot of shit. I'm like, it's over. And it's nuts. I'll be in New York this week. I'll be in Montreal next weekend. I'll be in Las Vegas for the IFBC. I'll be in Vancouver to visit my mother. And then after Vancouver, I'm going right to New York. So really, I'm leaving here fucking in a couple of weeks suddenly. Things become real as I just heard my neighbor close their door pretty loud. As you will all be very happy very soon in this condo. You will all be very happy. You will not hear me yelling, fuck, Twix, son of a bitch, motherfucker. Today I was smoking a spliff on my balcony. Today I was smoking a spliff on my balcony, and there was a chick across from me that always just sort of gives me this stone cold look. And I came this close to telling her. I was like, hey baby, I'm out of here. So, I figured I was going to go knock on her door and tell her, listen, I'm moving in like a week. Why don't we just have sex right now and cut the tension, fuck? And right now, And right now, there's some poor bastard in Hoboken that has no idea if that I'm moving in next door. But it's kind of complicated, like everything in life is. Hey, Hamilton kicks another field goal. Hey, CFL. Suddenly they get to 61. Like everything, things are complicated. But my band is recording a record, and that's, I'm not doing that. So I'm not doing that. So I'll be in New York, but I'm coming back to Toronto for a week or so. I'm coming back to Toronto for a week, but I won't really be around. Like, I'll be in a studio all week, but I'll be back in Toronto. And to be honest, I don't think we'll be able to do the whole record in 3 days. So I'll be back again, for another weekend, a few weekends, the next week or whatever. So basically, I'm going to have this place. I already have the last month paid anyways. I already paid for this month, folks. So I'll have this place through September. Like I said, when I come back, I don't really want to live in a house with the band for fucking 8 days, I would rather just come back to Toronto. And also, I don't want to be homeless when I fucking come here. So we've got so we're gonna be jumping back and forth for the next couple of months, but we're gonna be jumping back and forth for the next couple of months. But essentially, a new era is set to begin. Yeah, so a new era is set to begin. It's a big month coming up for us. To be honest, Dan Lon, there's no real time for a going away party right now. There's no real time for a going away party. Our going away party, man, will be in Las Vegas for the IFBC. I'll be in Montreal next weekend. I'll be in public. I'll be around a lot of places for the next month. But essentially, like I said, IFBC, baby, in Vegas in 3 weeks. After that, I'm going to leave Vegas. I'm going to go to Vancouver for a couple of days, see my mother for a couple of days, and then I'm heading to New York after. So IFBC is really the sort of party that weekend. And I will have a goodbye type thing in Toronto once the Homicide record's done. Once the Homicide's record done, I can kill two birds with I could step up and we'll have sort of the record release, fucking launch. You know what I mean? We'll have the final product, and then we can say goodbye. So we appreciate all the kind words. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. So not everything is going to change. Just more shows and whatever, man. We're going hard. It's my birthday next week, and we're not getting any younger. I'll tell you that. We're not getting any younger. So we're going to fucking put the pedal to the metal for the next couple of years. We're going to put the pedal to the metal, right? We're recording a record. We'll do fucking some new shows. We have some big time stuff. Syndicated radio, YouTube, fucking, Red Heat and Rage. We'll have fun watching football late at night with you guys here. As I stated, though, I'm going to have to shut shit down earlier from now on. Thank you, stage name. Thank you, stage name. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Manson. Yeah, you take the money. You take the money lines. You take the money lines in the preseason. It's like regular season too. It's like NBA basketball. You never lay a -1.5 points. You take the money line. A lot of people don't like laying the money line, but I knew. Look, we called it yesterday. We said these games are always 17-16. All right. So, anyways, at least we hit the fucking over this CFL game. Okay, so we also have a pretty big play here on Overseas Elite. How many of you guys jumped in on this? I tweeted it. I gave it to you on Patreon. It's a close game right now, man. 59-50. Boom. Let's go, fucking Elite. Let's go, Kyle Fogg. We're on the Overseas Elite, -5.5. Did anybody tail this? Or am I the only degenerate? Did anybody, my boy Grinch, jump on this? You jump on this over, they're up by 9 right now. Let's see if we can get the cover. They're laying 5.5. Be nice. We hit the over of this game. If we could hit the Overseas Elite and hit some baseball. All right, good job, guys. Let's get it. -5.5. Kovacs is on it. Let's get it. I don't know where there's a going away party yet. Like I said, I'm not gone yet. I'm not in that mindset. So, as I stated, it's a new era. It's a new chapter. It'll be a good time. We know a lot of people in the area. I'm not really going to have time to go out or anything, though. So it doesn't really matter what city you're fucking in, right? It doesn't matter what city you're in. If you're on the air, you're in a studio all the time anyways. But I'll find some time here and there to enjoy the scenery. And one weekend I am looking forward to, and that'll be our New York weekend for people to come down. 9 a.m., Matthias. 9 a.m. It's amazing, though. Like, you guys know I'm a Michigan fan. Probably not, Jazz. Probably not. I'll just admit it now. You know what? Yeah, I guess it's true. At some point, I probably will fucking walk past it. At some point, I will probably stumble past it or something, Yeah, so I'm a big Michigan fan. So we'll see the Michigan game. And get this, the Buffalo Bills and the Michigan Wolverines go to New York on the same weekend. It's the same weekend. Saturday, November the 10th, Michigan plays Rutgers. Sunday, November the 11th, the Buffalo Bills play the Jets. And I'm going to tell fucking all employers, basically, listen, I don't take a lot of days off, but for the record, don't even call me fucking on that Saturday or Sunday. It's Michigan and Buffalo Bill weekend. It's like overkill almost. You know what I mean? It's like the senses is just too much. It's like Saturday, Michigan, and then Sunday, a Buffalo Bill game back to back in New York. Come on, how good is that? No, I'll bet on Michigan and not bet on the Bills. I bet on the Bills in New York last year and I lost. So I won't be doing that. Yeah, so that'll be a great weekend. Thanks, Eric. That'll be a great weekend. Michigan, and then the Bills that weekend. You know, the UFC is going to Madison Square Garden in November. That's pretty cool. I look forward to seeing the NBA schedule when it comes out. I'll go see the Toronto Raptors play in New York. At least the Raptors are in the same division, right? So I'll see the Raptors a couple of times a year still. And next time I see DeMar DeRozan play, it'll be in fucking MSG. Spurs and Knicks. Yeah, Spurs and Knicks. You got UFC, you got college basketball there. And the great thing is, too, our studio is right across the street from Madison Square Garden. So I don't have to travel or anything. You know what I mean? I could be at the studio and just go to a Knick game right after across the street. Like, how cool is that? Fuck. I can just go to a Knick game. I go to a Ranger game, whatever. You know, the Big East tournament and all that shit at Madison Square Garden, the Valvano Classic, the tip-off. I'm going to go to a lot of college basketball. I won't go to that much football, to be honest. Football is a big production to go there and shit. And I'm going to be on, like, during that shit. But, like, basketball, I don't really drink at basketball games. I can drink at a basketball game, but I also, like, I've gone to a million basketball games without drinking, right? So, and the thing I like about basketball, like, football stadiums are always far out, fuck. So that takes time. Number two, football's a long fucking game, man. 3.5 hours. It takes forever to get there. It's like playing golf. Going to an NFL football game turns into a 6-7 hour operation, man. You know, you go to an NBA game, it's fucking 2 hours and 20 minutes. The arena's always downtown. You know, you're in and out. Boom. Like, I like that. You know, like, yeah, there's very, very rare football stadiums. Now, Giant Stadium, or what do they call it now? Fucking MetLife Stadium. MetLife Stadium, it's in the middle of nowhere, fuck. It really is, but it's not that bad to get there, to be honest. It's like a 20-minute train ride from Penn Station. It's like fucking 25 minutes or something, 20, 25 minutes. The only thing is fucking, if you have to go to the bathroom, it's a big problem. And if you're drinking before you go to the game, it's a big problem. So, yeah, you know, just from a sports standpoint, it'll be cool. As I stated, I have a lot of friends there. Well, friends. I know people there, at least. I don't really I don't go out here in Toronto. I don't really even know that many people here, to be honest. Like, I probably know more people in New York. But honestly, I'm going to be living. I'm going to be living on the other side of the river, though. I'll be living in New Jersey. I'll be in New York all day, all the time, but I'll be living in New Jersey. But it's incredibly close. Like, it's just a ferry ride. Like, basically, where I'm going to live, I can get to the studio quicker than I would if I lived in many places in the city type thing. You know what I mean? Like, you bypass traffic and shit and everything with the water. There's no traffic on the water. It's more expensive, but I don't mind because it keeps the riffraff away. It's a lot of riffraff on the subways in New York, man. All right. I'm not down with that. Fuck. I'm not a fan of the subway in New York. I don't know, whatever. I can deal with it, but I'm not a fan of it. It's always packed and shit. It's always nut jobs. It's fucking hot and shit, man. I don't like that stuff. Like, I want to fucking stay out of the New York subway system as much as possible. Hey, I'm dead serious. Like, I like to stay out of that fucking, like, nothing good can happen down there. That's the way I look at it. I want to stay as far away from that as possible. And as it is, I've got a system now. I'll take the ferry. The ferry has this free shuttle bus that if you paid for the ferry, it just drops you off. It's like a nice, you know what I mean? And it's all like businessmen and hot fucking secretaries and shit. It's not like nut job city. I don't want to deal with nut job city. I'm already going to be around nut job city enough. I don't need to accentuate it. Like, I fucking hated taking the fucking subway and streetcar, man, in Toronto. Like, I'd want to kill people, fuck. So I can't imagine New York. It'd be too much for me. Some guy paddleboarded. That's awesome. Some guy. So he wouldn't. I know, that's amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like, the water. Like, Eric, you live down there, so you know, like that ferry's fucking great, man. There's a bunch of them too. Like, I was taking a wrong one. Now I know someone like that's gonna show me next week, and they're like, dude, it's right in front of the fucking building, right there, man. Fucking, it's perfect. And also, listen, I'll only be an hour away from Toronto. I'll only be an hour away from Toronto. Nothing lasts forever. Just, whatever, man. It's a merry-go-round. I started this career in Montreal. I moved to Toronto. Then I moved to Vegas. And then I moved from Vegas back to Toronto. And now from Toronto to New York. And as we were saying, you know what's cool? I'm going to get all the mobile betting apps. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to miss Bet365, though. I'm gonna miss Bet365. I'm gonna miss fucking all the random in-game and stupid shit, but it's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. But I'll tell you what, like, the first thing I'm gonna fucking do when I get the chance down there is I'm going to the first thing I'm motherfucking do though is I'm setting up my DraftKings and my Will Hill Sportsbook accounts and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I know. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna be at the sports books a lot and shit too. I'm gonna be at the sports books a lot. Like, the plan is to broadcast. You guys can come down, man. We'll be doing shows from the sports book and shit on the weekend. It's gonna be awesome. Capital City, baby. It's the big leagues. Gonna be kicking in Atlantic City casinos, hosting shows, and you know what I mean? So Big Man on Campus will join us at 11 o'clock or so. We'll talk MLS. We'll go over the MLS games. We've got, all right, 63-54 right now. Oh, boom. Fuck, I wanted to get the stream here. Fuck off. Fuck, ad blocker. Fuck, man.
Great pick and roll action right there by Fargo. Fargo's been key tonight because of his point guard ability. The ball moves with him in the game.
Fargo fouls, and that is the 15th foul on overseas league.
Take a look now. Watch excellent screen by Burrell. Great roll. Textbook right there. Braun comes over to play good defense, but you see the step through by the veteran. Now the foul on the other end, fortuitous for Everline Drive because they have a chance.
How much fucking time is left in this shit?
He makes this basically a trade-off. 2 for 1. Advantage overseas elite.
Yes, both. Makes the task even tougher for Everline Drive.
Oh, it's first team to 70 wins.
5 for 3.
Oh, I didn't know this. Fuck. It's first team to 70 wins. Fuck. I'm looking at how much time is left.
With this much of a gap to make up,
I think the way I would play this, Bob, is just what they just did. Attack.
I don't understand this. How is the total 154 if it was the first team to 70 wins? Like, why did we bet the under? Like, this doesn't make any sense. The over-under of this game was 154 and a half. Like, I didn't know the format, and I never saw any format of first team. No, like, what is this? Something like, why? What's going on here?
3-point land. Jeremy Evans. 55 points. They have to get to 70.
Sandercock, you want a signed jersey, T-shirt?
Everline Drive. Free throws for Jeremy Evans. Pressure mounting on Everline defensively. Overseas elite 5 points away from the target score.
Come on, overseas elite. Finish this shit.
We've seen teams with the lead kind of put it on cruise control.
Come on, Kyle Fogg. Finish this shit off.
2 team fouls on Everline Drive. Fogg gets inside.
Fuck.
Got it back.
Yes.
3 points away.
3 points away. Let's get this shit.
Hey, if you think they haven't earned this lead, you're mistaken.
This is good basketball, man. I wish I would have been following this more, but they didn't have lines on every game.
Randall scores. Timeout. Everline. Let's go in the huddle.
These guys are playing for $2 million cash, man. Each player gets $147,000.
All we need is a few stops. It's got to keep a few stops in a row, and they have to just keep going down to the attack. There's no way this game's over. There's no way this game's over.
This coach is good. There's no way it's over. See, man, I don't like, we'll talk about it a little bit, but I don't like that Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson bullshit where they're playing for fucking $10 million. You're both already rich. It's a pile of shit. Fuck. This is cool shit. This is cool shit. This is like the ultimate white man can't jump pickup ball. You know what I mean? You put your team together, you show up, hey, winner gets $2 million. Let's go. And, you know, they're not, this ain't fucking 100 millionaire guys playing in shit. These are dudes that fucking play in the Chinese league and guys that played at UCLA and Marquette and shit that didn't make it to the NBA. You know, like this Kyle Fogg dude. He was a good player at Arizona, and he plays in the Chinese league now.
Count their money. Like, it's so hard overnight. You're thinking about the share of the winnings instead of just playing a game. You don't think there's not a mental aspect to closing a game like this out. Something overseas Elite has done Bob 3 straight times.
Let's go, Elite. Let's finish this shit.
Fourth consecutive title for overseas Elite.
We got to win by 6, too. We laid 5.5 points.
Argo brings it over. Screen from Burrell.
3. Oh, fuck. No.
And again,
Come on, Elite. Finish it.
overseas Elite. Burrell.
Boom. One more. One next basket. We got this. Let's go.
Against it.
I don't know why Eberline's just not shooting threes, folks.
Who will have the privilege of clutching it? Is it here?
Oh,
Rebound Eberline.
this ain't NBA, man. These guys can do some street ball shit, man. Here we go. Tumo! Oh, it would have been so cool to win $2 million on a dunk, man. He was going for it. Fuck, they fouled him.
They only need a point. And overseas Elite are lining up the
Man, I wish this is a wicked tournament, man. It's wicked because we about to win, too. If you tuned in the radio show today, you were on this, motherfucker, so you follow me and shit.
Right over to Justin Burrell. Justin Burrell now, you see the foul. It's a hard foul.
I'll tell you the story after, but I stumbled upon this thanks to Steve Merrill. Look, me and Big Man talked about this tournament last week. We talked about trying to get a team and shit. Here we go. Motherfucker just hit a free throw for $2 million. Fuck. Man, this is even cooler than watching NBA, man. These guys are fucking like stoked right now. They're all like, yeah, $2 million, $147,000 per team member they get. The F-bomb. Overseas Elite. It's like a pickup team. They're called Overseas Elite because they all play overseas.
So close for Everline Drive, but the fourth quarter Fran Fraschilla belonged to overseas Elite.
They know how to win, Bob. You know, the first year it was close. The second year they were tested. Last year they were tested. These guys have the heart of champions. And they're not just great basketball players, but they have a cohesiveness and a togetherness, which is amazing since they don't get a chance to practice. They play around the world during the year. They come together in August every season.
That's unbelievable. That's the fourth straight year that this over-fucking-seas Elite team has won. Here's Kyle Fogg.
Very few teams can say they have won 4 consecutive championships. What is that ride like?
Man, it's exhausting. Mentally, physically, every day you got to bring it. Everybody's always talking about you. They're trying to knock you off. But we know there's a reason we won 3 in a row and not 4. I think we got a great team, great group of guys.
Oh, it's McCollum.
Justin Burrell, he's not buying drinks tonight, is he?
No, Justin Burrell, he's a great guy.
That's some crazy shit. These guys, 4 in a row now. They've now won $7 million, these guys. That's unbelievable, fuck. Pretty impressive, man. Like, that's real shit, too. I think it is the brother of McCollum, fuck. He looks just like him, Allen Action. He talks like him. Yeah, I think that's his brother. You're right. Eric McCollum. Man, look, that's not NBA shit. That's not NBA shit, but look, think of you or I. Like $147,000, that's real money to anybody. At one time, you know, if you make $147,000 in a year, whatever, fuck, you know what I mean? But, you know, if you just made $147,000 for this, that's pretty damn good. You know, it means a lot. Like I was reading fucking one of the guys, the Kyle Fogg kid on the team, Overseas Elite. The first year they won, he bought his mother a house. The second year they won, he bought his mother furniture for the house. The third year they won, he gave the money to fucking ALS. Fuck. He kept half the money and he gave half to ALS. And he said this time he's gonna, you know, he's gonna give to charity and he's gonna take care of himself a bit here. And you know, he should. Fuck. This fourth year in a row, the guy had won. So like, it's unbelievable. Fuck. This team, they've won $7 million now. They've won 3 in a row coming into tonight, but the prize used to be $1 million last year, whatever before. So they won 3 times, $5 million. This is their 4th title, $7 million in prize money this team's won. 4 years in a row. And like he said, it must be tough because everyone in the basketball world is like, these guys aren't that good. We can beat them. Fuck. You can't beat them. You know what I mean? That's 4 championships in a row. Exactly. Like, you know, Jazz, like, you know, $147,000. Like Kyle Fogg plays, they said he plays in the Chinese league. He probably got about $300,000 for that, you know, in the Chinese league. Maybe 400 or 500K. So making another 150, it's a big, you know what I mean? Like, it's like making like a third of their income in a shot here, you know? And the whole reason I stumbled upon this was because of Steve Merrill on the radio today. I would have forgot about this. Steve Merrill brought it up. Steve Merrill, we were talking about the Johnny Manziel football game. We'll get to that. So we're talking about the Johnny Manziel football game. And Steve Merrill said ESPN have some sort of gambling contest, fuck, right now. So Merrill said, oh, they have a bunch of Manziel props in their contest tonight. How many touchdowns will Manziel throw and blah, blah, blah. Well, he threw a lot of picks. I know that. No touchdowns. And then he also said, but he goes, the most popular bet of the night tonight is Overseas Elite. 99% of people took them in this contest. Like no point spread. They just needed to win the game. Overseas Elite. And we're like, Overseas Elite. And he's like, yeah, you know, that basketball tournament thing that's going on. And we're like, yeah, we were just talking about that the other day for $2 million. And he's like, yeah. So I said, who plays on Overseas Elite? Let's look it up, fuck. So I looked up Overseas Elite, and I see Kyle Fogg, guys like a fucking averaging 38 points a game and shit, fucking lighting it up, going crazy. And then I read about him, fuck. If you guys listened to the show today, you heard me. I'm like, wow, $2 million a year. Unbelievable. I didn't know he made that much. No wonder he gave the $147K away. I know the Chinese league pays, but I think they would pay him. Fuck. But you know what? He averaged 38 points a game in the Chinese league, so I guess it makes sense. I guess it makes sense. He averaged 38 points a game with those guys. I didn't think Fogg was that rich. I tell you what, the Korean league and shit, those other leagues, the Philadelphia, those leagues ain't paying that much. 2-year deal. All right, you got $1 million a year. 2 years, $1 million. All right. That's damn good. Nothing wrong with that. So that's why Fogg gives the money away all the time. Fuck. Fogg, that's why Fogg says, oh, I like to help people with the money I make from this thing. All right, so pretty nice. We hit it, but hey, we move on. We can't pat ourselves on the back forever, right? Can we find a baseball game on TV? What do we got? The Jays. Fuck off. The Jays just hit a home run. I didn't bet on Seattle today. If you heard the radio show, I warned people. I said, I don't know about the fucking Mariners, man. They're kind of fading right now. The Mariners are hitting a little bit of a wall. They're hearing the Oakland Athletics footsteps, fuck, too. I don't have this game. I got the Dodgers. I got the other ones. What's the baseball scores? All right, what do I have? I got a D-back. I got an Arizona Diamondback, Oakland Athletic parlay. D-backs are up 6-3. I see Detroit and Oakland are scoreless. That's weird in the fourth inning. Meanwhile, of course, the LA Dodgers are losing right now to the fucking Houston Astros 2-1. Let's get in on the in-game under here. Let's get in on the in-game under of this Dodger game. We could get under 8.5 for -115 or under 9.5 for -190. I'll go the fucking 190. Nothing huge, but let's grab the under. Under 9.5, Dodgers, Astros. And it's in. The Big Three is playing right now, too. Ghost Ballers and Three's Company. It's a great name. Fuck. Three's Company. But I don't know. I don't follow this shit. I don't know. Can't be on top of everything, right? I try, but fuck. Oh, I see. Oh, here's Urban Meyer. Yeah, let's get to Urban Meyer, fuck. Urban Meyer, man, I swear to God, fuck. Like, like if, Joey Chestnut, like the hot dog eating champion, like if you stab Joey Chestnut, like he wouldn't bleed. He wouldn't bleed like blood. He would bleed like mustard and ketchup and like hot dogs. He'd bleed like wieners and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you fucking stab Joey Chestnut, fuck you, Chestnut, fucking fuck you, Chestnut, like Jason, Friday the 13th. You go all Freddy Krueger on his ass. Like, there wouldn't be blood flying everywhere. There'd be like fucking condiments and hot dogs and shit. Yet, if you cut open Urban Meyer, I think fucking it wouldn't be blood. It would just be fucking diarrhea. He would like bleed. He would be bleeding sewage. Right. So Urban Meyer is so full of shit, man. That's where I'm going with this. Urban Meyer is just so fucking, like, the guy's unbelievable. And it's never actually the crime, right? It's always like the action after. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, if Urban Meyer could have handled this better to begin with, if he would have handled this better to begin with, he wouldn't be in this situation now. It's always the case. Like, we see this over and over. It's sort of like with the fucking Mueller-Trump investigation. You know what I mean? Like, if Trump just wouldn't have said this or said that here or there, it would be over. You know what I mean? But, like, they always just sort of, like, fucking say another thing. Oh, well, maybe we did meet with someone. Oh, Like, they always just make it worse somehow instead of just ripping it off like a Band-Aid. Fuck. Say, listen, this is what happened, all right? But we didn't do anything, but this is what happened. You know, but it's always the, yeah, but, you know, oh, well, you know, remember, like, I'm not getting political here, but I'm just using it as an analogy here. Like, you remember, like, with Trump a couple of weeks ago when he said, yeah, you know, I know everybody's very upset. I just want to clarify that I meant to say wouldn't, not would, double negative there. And he's reading the paper. He goes, I actually meant to say wouldn't be surprised, not would, wouldn't. So Urban Meyer basically just like took the same type of approach. Like, you know, and Urban Meyer's like, you know, last week when I said that nothing happened and I don't know what you're talking about, I really didn't mean that. I really meant I know what you're talking about and I'm very upset about it. Like, we live in an era right now of, you know, I know what my words were, but you're not really going to listen to my words, are you? It's like Alex Jones is being sued right now, being the big fuckhead that he is. So Alex Jones is being sued right now by the Sandy Hook families. And Alex Jones's attorney is arguing in court this week that nobody takes Alex Jones seriously. That's Alex Jones's defense. I'm not kidding. Alex Jones's defense in the fucking lawsuit is to the jury. He actually said, well, listen, nobody takes my client seriously. I mean, he's a nut job showman that nothing he says is real. Like, it's all for show. No one believes what he says. That's his own law. That's his argument. Yeah, I know I said that, but listen, you're not going to fucking believe what I say, are you? So Urban Meyer basically just, I'll read you Urban Meyer's statement in which it's the same type of shit. You know, when I lied to you last week, I was kind of confused. Like Urban Meyer basically pulled the old, I really didn't understand the question, but now in hindsight, I totally understand it. It's like, no, not now in hindsight, Urban. Now the fact that Brett McHenry, fucking, not that fucking dumb skank fucking chick, but Brett McHenry, the reporter, investigative journalist, seems like Urban Meyer's memory got a lot better once fucking it was disclosed that there's text messages. Oh, yeah, that. Oh, yeah. No, now I know what you're talking about. It really is, Chaz. It is a good defense, actually, isn't it? It's kind of funny, but it's like they have no defense, Chaz, right? What are you going to say? They have videos of Alex Jones saying insane things about these parents. And no jury in the world is going to say, oh, yeah, I sympathize with Alex Jones on this. Like, Alex Jones is fucked, all right? He's going to lose. So they basically figured, you know what? Let's just fucking try to sell it that it's parody. It's not real, all right? It's not real. But he actually did this in his custody case, Alex Jones, as well. Alex Jones recently got fucking divorced, fucking fly. He got recently divorced. Fuck, man. Alex Jones got recently divorced, and there was like a custody battle, and it was the same defense. Basically, his wife just basically showed videos of him to the judge and said, look, this is who you're going to give the kid to. And she said, he's even crazier in real life than he is on the air. He actually tones it down on the air, which I actually believe. Like, I don't think like it's whatever. I think Alex Jones really legitimately is insane. So, like the wife, I believe her. She said he actually tones it down on the air. Off the air, he's even crazier. And like, he's very like, you know, he's a ticking time bomb in real life, but he tones it down on the air, that character. And he used the same defense to get his kid. He testified that nothing I say is real on the air. I'm an actor. That's Alex Jones said under oath, I'm an actor. But then he goes on and talks about the global elite and shit while the motherfucker makes like fucking $14 million every 3 months. He is the elite, fuck. He is the elite. It's like fucking that fuckstick, fucking Tucker Carlson. I saw Tucker Carlson the other night. He's like, the Hollywood elite and the elitists would like you to believe. It's like, Tucker, you wear a bow tie. You went to a prep school from fucking in Rhode Island, and your mother is the fucking heiress to like the fucking Henry Candy Bar fucking factory or something. I swear to God. Tucker Carlson's mother is like the fucking Twinkie lady or something like that. She owns whatever, man. With some stupid major fucking company, man. Tucker Carlson is a silver spoon fuckhead. Yet he talks, oh, the elites, the elites. You are an elite, fuck. It's like Sean Hannity, oh, the elites. Sean, you make $88 million a year. You own all of Manhattan. What do you mean the elites? You are the elite. It's like my boy Cam, fuck. I'm not in the media. It's like, no, you're not in the media, Cam. I know you're on with John Oakley twice a week on a fucking AM talk radio station. No, me too. Me too. I will admit it. I used to like Alex Jones. I'm ashamed to admit it too. I used to like Alex Jones in like the 9/11 era and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But Alex has really jumped the shark. Alex Jones is making more money than he ever imagined ever with this fucking act that he's got going on here. Yeah, he's just whatever. He's like everyone else. He's profiting off of the Trump shit. But anyways, so Alex Jones's defense, hey, don't take what I say seriously. Trump, I meant to say wouldn't, not would. Wouldn't, double negative. Next. All right. So here's Urban Meyer's fucking comments. Let me get his full statement here. Fuck, everything's so small, fuck. Urban Meyer, blah, 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 blah. Holy fuck, whitelist you. No, I don't want to whitelist you. I'm about to throw this fucking computer. God, I hate the internet. All right, here we go. Maybe I just need glasses. All right, so here, listen to this, and I'll give you my little analysis as we go through this. Dear Buckeye Nation, my heart is heavy today as I witnessed the events of the past week that have taken on the Buckeye family and the university community that I love so dearly. All right, so number one, he's sorry for the football team. The university is covering up a wrestling sex scandal, and the university community. Right away, no mention of any victim. All right, number one, he's already established. Number one, I'm worried about the football team and me. All right, so right off the bat, this is bad. I'm not even a PR expert, but I'm smarter than this. But all right, my heart is heavy today as, you know, this is horrible on me in Ohio State. My heart is heavy today as I witnessed the toll of events of the past week that have taken on the Buckeye family, the university, and the community I love so dearly. Will I stand before the 105 young men in our football program and talk about core values and doing the right thing and respecting women? It's not lip service. I genuinely believe that we have an obligation to help and develop young men in our charge into positive change agents with the responsibility that rests with me. So right after that, I think, aren't you the motherfucker who was the head coach of the Florida Gators that had 41 players arrested? Aren't you the head coach that fucking recruited Aaron Hernandez? Aren't you the head coach that fucking knew that Aaron Hernandez tried to shoot someone outside of a club? And the only reason he didn't get charged because he was with the Florida Gators and Tim Tebow talked the cops out of it. And the fact is that he missed the guy that he tried to shoot and the guy that he shoot left the scene. No, you didn't put this in your little letter, did you, Urban? Over the past several days, I know, only the last several days, I know, Urban. Over the past several days, I've been portrayed as being indifferent to domestic violence. And as someone who did not take appropriate action when warranted, well, over 3 decades of coaching, I have learned to ignore how others define me. I do feel it necessary to share the truth with the Buckeye family. Here's the truth. All right, so you're like, okay, he's going to get, this is what happened. And, here's the truth. While at the University of Florida and now at the Ohio State University, I have always followed proper reporting protocols and procedures. What I have learned of incidents involving student athletes, coaches, or many of my staffs. And I did so regarding Zach Smith incident in 2015. I take that responsibility very seriously, and any suggestion to the contrary is simply false. Well, he's lying again. It's proven that you fucking knew. So you're going to tell me that your wife fucking knew, but you didn't know? Come on. And Urban Meyer is not bringing up the fact that the fucking wide receiver fucking coach that beat the shit out of his wife also did it at Florida with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's been protecting this guy for 11 years. When she was pregnant, he had a restraining order. He beat her up in Florida. Urban Meyer covered it up. And he's like, oh, I only found out about it the other day. You're full of shit, fuck. And here he is again. While at Florida, I follow procedures. Follow procedures? You had 41 players arrested. Follow procedure. I don't even know where to start. Like, we went over some of the arrest today. There's a great story. Janoris Jenkins got kicked off the fucking Florida Gators for repeated marijuana arrests and substance abuse. He went and transferred to North Alabama after he was booted off the team. He got kicked off the team by Will Muskamp after Urban Meyer left. Janoris Jenkins tells fucking the Orlando Sentinel, if Urban Meyer was still the coach, I'd still be a Florida Gator. He knows what it takes to win. There were some actually pretty good ones actually here. We talked about this today. I'm trying to find the right list here. There is pretty good. So basically, 31 players were arrested on Urban Meyer's Florida Gators teams. 41 times. 31 players got arrested 41 times. Now, not to mention the shit that we don't even know about. The alleged crimes extend far beyond the garden variety stuff. One player accused of making 70 charges on a credit card belonged to a woman who had died in a motorcycle accident. Another player stole a laptop and threw a computer out of the window when the police arrived. That player happens to be Cam Newton. Chris Rainey. I didn't realize Chris Rainey on the BC Lions did all this crazy shit. Chris Rainey stole $3,000 from a dead woman's credit card. We can go on and on here. This is great here. Fucking Meyer didn't care. As long as the team was successful, say former players. It's a reality the Rams quarterback, Janoris Jenkins, who was tolerated by Meyer but kicked out of school by his successor, Will Muschamp. If Coach Meyer was still coaching, I'd still be playing for the Gators, Jenkins said at the time, telling the Orlando Sentinel. Coach Meyer knows what it takes to win. Let me get, here it is. Here's a good one. Yeah, here's the story earlier. We're not even mentioning Aaron Hernandez, who killed 2 people. It's amazing, too, because they had Tim Tebow on the team. Out of 121 players Urban Meyer recruited, 41 of them got arrested. That's fucking awesome. So basically, like 33% of like 1 in every 3 kids that Urban Meyer recruits gets arrested. That's just like, you can't make this shit up, bro. But Meyer's wife, Shelly, says her man's a man of integrity. When will we start holding individuals accountable for their own decisions and actions and stop blaming everyone else? Shelly Meyer tweeted a couple of years ago when her husband was taking heat for this shit. I know, but you're right. And I said this. Aaron Hernandez was a gangster long before he met Urban Meyer. But, you know, when Aaron Hernandez tried to kill someone outside of a fucking club playing for Urban Meyer, maybe if Meyer would have kicked him off the team then, shit would have been different, right? But why would Meyer do that? Among the arrests, Urban Meyer's safety, Jamar Hornsby, was accused of ringing up 70 fraudulent charges in 2008 on a credit card that belonged to a woman who had died in a motorcycle crash. He had also been charged with property damage and criminal mischief earlier in the year. Ronnie Wilson, defensive lineman on Urban Meyer's initial 2005 recruiting class, punched and then spat on a man, opened up the trunk of his car, grabbed an AK-47, and fired it outside of a nightclub in April 2006. No charges, no suspension. He was then later arrested on marijuana possession and battery and assault. Safety Dorian Monroe was charged with felony theft after he was accused of removing a parking boot affixed to his car. That's gold. I don't blame you. We're not going to put Dorian Monroe in the same boat. Safety Tony Joyner was charged with breaking into an impound car lot to retrieve his girlfriend's car that had been towed away. Defensive end Jermaine Cunningham was arrested after an altercation and an assault of an employee at a sandwich shop at Jimmy John's Sandwich Shop in Gainesville. Defensive end Carlos Dunlap was arrested for drunk driving the night before the conference championship game. Running back Chris Rainey was accused of sending a text message to a former girlfriend that read, "It's time to die, bitch." Rainey was arrested in January in Gainesville on battery charges and then later released by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rainey allegedly also stole $3,000 of a credit card from a dead woman. Seems like the Gators were really picking on dead ladies. Like there's a pattern here. But I know Urban Meyer. You've always fucking followed protocol, you fucking scumbag. Hey, listen, I'm not saying, Urban Meyer goes home to his wife and, like his wife said, he never touches me. No shit. You know what I mean? But Urban Meyer, I've always said about Urban Meyer. Hey, Urban, would you leave your fucking family around your players? I don't think you would, bro. I don't think. You're going to leave your wife in a room alone with these guys on a football team of yours? The same guys that fucking, do this shit? I like the guy that fucking punched a dude, spat on him, and then busted out an AK-47, sprayed the air. They said a police report was filed, but no charges. Yeah, I'd like to see you go fucking, dude, Gainesville, Florida, the cops don't do jack shit to the Florida Gators, fuck. There's a thing here, the chief of police says any accusation towards our police department that we don't take any allegations seriously, even by football players, is a lie, they say. Oh, yeah, I know. College, I don't even know what to say here. It's like comedy. It's comedy. That's Florida, Big Will. Like that. No, the kid that punched and spat on somebody and fired off an AK-47 didn't get booted off the team. The kid that fucking had weed 3 times did. Well, because in Urban Meyer's mind, he's probably thinking weeds makes the kid soft. He likes the aggression of the kid. I like your aggression, kid, but just don't shoot an AK, okay? Thank you, Dog Jenkins. It's like, the penalties imposed by Urban Meyer varied widely. Some players faced little discipline. Some other players did leave the university. Dunlop was suspended for the SEC title game. Well, he got busted drunk driving hours before the game. I like, though, that they said Dunlop got suspended for the SEC title game, but not the national championship game 4 weeks later. Like, basically, Urban Meyer ran like a pro program, right? It was like, dude, you know, I'm not going to suspend you. Your problem, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, he didn't care. Meyer addressed a number of players charged with crimes during his time at Florida by noting the propensity of college students to get in trouble, not just his players. He dismisses criticism that he was too lenient. He said he was proud of his teams. Meyer then took time off from coaching after he left Florida, citing health concerns and wanted to spend time with his family, only to sign with the Ohio State Buckeyes 2 months later. He's so, like, you are so full of shit, Meyer. You're not Joe Paterno. You're not Sandusky. You're not Art Briles. You're just a fucking, like, Urban Meyer's going to be in a confession stall when he's older. And he's going to be, dear father, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I recruited a lot of bad kids to make money and win football games. But I really just thought I love football. Like, I don't think he's an evil man. I just think that he just looks the other way. You know what I mean? I think in the exact words of Janoris Jenkins, Urban Meyer knows what it takes to win. And Urban Meyer knows I need these thugs on my team to win. So I'll continue. Look, I can't even get through your fucking statement, Urban Meyer. I got to get back to your statement. I can't even get through your statement without fucking like going on a rant here. I don't know what it is, man. Like, look at Art Briles, man. Art Briles, you have a daughter, Art. You have daughters. Urban Meyer, you've got daughters. We'll get to this. He talks about his daughters. Here, look at the gift that Jesse did. Here, I'm sending you a DM right now, big man. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, shit. Sorry. I gave the wrong one. All right, so let me get back to the rest of this motherfucker's statement. So he actually says, so I like this where he gets serious. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. While at the University of Florida, now at Ohio State University, I have always followed proper reporting protocols or procedures when I have learned of an incident involving a student athlete, coach, or member of our staff. As I did so regarding Zach Smith incident in 2015. I take that responsibility very seriously, and any suggestion to the contrary is simply false. It's like, dude, like, what you're saying, do you think you're a politician? Like, Urban Meyer, like, do you think you can just say whatever you want to say? Like, when he got asked about this 10 days ago at the press conference, he fucking got so arrogant, and he said, he goes, well, I push reset, I focus, I retrain, like I tell my team. He went into, like, this weird coach fucking lingo. You know, hit reset, pause, get your mind straight. And people in the room were like, all right, dude, this guy's just full of shit. He doesn't want to answer the question. Yeah, I know, Urban. You did a great job in Florida. So now he goes on. The power of what I say and how I say it, especially regarding sensitive and serious domestic issues, has never been more evident than now. My words, whether it's a reply to a reporter's question or addressing a personal issue, must be clear, compassionate, and most of all, completely accurate. Unfortunately, at the Big Ten Media Day on July 24th, I failed. My intention was not to say anything inaccurate or misleading. However, I was not adequately prepared to discuss these sensitive personal issues with the media, and I apologize for the way I handled these questions. I understand there are a lot more questions to be answered. I look forward to doing that, but I can't do it right now as there's an investigation going on. So basically, unfortunately on the Big Ten Media Day, I lied to you. That's what he said. So he was asked, did you know about this incident in 2015? And Urban Meyer said, no, I found out about this from a text message a couple of nights ago, and there's nothing to it. Next question. So you, not only that, you lied. You said you only found out about this. Now, like, this really is like, I'm telling you, it's like is Rudy Giuliani writing your script here, bro? Is your plan to just try to like keep moving? Where am I now? Oh, let's just fog and haze. So let me just get this straight here. Let me just cross-examine you, Mr. Meyer. So, Mr. Meyer, you just stated that on July 24th, you stated that you had just found out via text message about the incident in 2015, and you took appropriate action by letting the coach go. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Well, may I ask you then, Mr. Meyer, in your supposed sincere statement and apology, why you claim that you took appropriate action in 2015 about this incident? Which one is it? Did you take appropriate action in 2015, like you just stated in black and white in writing on your Twitter page, or were you lying to us last week? Don't give me this, you weren't ready to fucking talk about sensitive issues. You were lying, and this is more lying right now. You know, there's two statements here, Mr. Meyer. Only one of them can be correct. Only one of them can be correct. Did you take appropriate action in 2015? I want to ask you, Meyer, how did you take appropriate action in 2015 if on last week you stated you only found out about this last week? It's kind of crazy that you were able to take action on something and fucking 3 years ago that never happened. Like, I don't really understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I don't understand how fucking anyone like Urban fucking Meyer can even put out a bunch of dribble like this. I'm a stupid stone fucking pothead that fucking sleeps 2 hours a fucking night. All right? I got kicked out of fucking high school and I could write a better fucking apology, PR fucking spin than this piece of shit. Bunch of fucking dribble, fucking piece of shit university. Fucking, yeah, you can't come up with better than this. Oh, wow, you know, I took appropriate action. So, like, you contradict yourself in your own apology. Like, honestly, like, who's writing this? Is Rudy Giuliani's right? Like, who's writing this? Like, who writes an apology fucking statement to contradict themselves? He goes, I was inadequately prepared to discuss a sensitive personal issue. I apologize. So basically he's saying, you know, I'm sorry the way I acted. That's what he wants to mean. I'm sorry the way I acted, Dan. You know, it was rattled, it was tough. I didn't know, I didn't handle it well. No, what he's saying, you're lying. You said, unfortunately, on Big Ten Media Day, I failed. All right, here it is in your own words. In your own words. I reported this. I did so regarding Zach Smith incident in 2015. I take that very serious, and I told the authorities in 2015. I don't know, but last week you said that you just found out. So basically, you just admitted that you lied in this little statement. Like, it's a good thing, Urban Meyer, that I'm not in a room with you at these press conferences, right? And there's a bunch of lackeys from fucking the other networks there that don't ask you real questions. Like, you know what I mean? Anyone with half a fucking brain knows and can read that you just contradicted yourself. Like, fuck. Like, how do you even, like, how did you put this out? Like, man, you're not as smart as I thought you were, Urban. You're a good football coach, but you're a pretty stupid man. I understand there are more questions to be answered, of course. I look forward to doing that, but I can't right now because there's an independent investigator being retained by the university. I will fully cooperate with them at the appropriate time. And then I will address the questions and speculation in a public forum. But for now, out of respect for the ongoing inquiry, I will refrain at this time. Please know that the truth is the ultimate power, and I am confident that I took appropriate actions. As I stated above, I deeply regret if I had failed in my words. As the son of an amazing woman and a husband to another and the father of two incredible young women, those who know me best know that the admiration that I have for women. I ask that you continue to support the incredible coaches and student athletes of our program, and I look forward to seeing them soon. And I also ask that you don't talk about Jim Jordan and the sick wrestling team molesting their wrestlers. Sincerely, Urban Meyer. No, he didn't say that last part about the wrestlers. I added that part. Sincerely, Urban Meyer. So, all right. Bravo, Flood. Bravo, Urban. Well done. Hold on a second. Well done. Well done. I just got to get the Febreze right now because it smells like shit around my computer, fuck. Because of Urban Meyer's statement. I got to spray. Look at this. Oof, there's some freshness in the air. Smells like a big style fucking steaming pile of Buckeye shit, fuck. Never had to fuck. That's the first time I've ever done that. Thanks, Urban. That's the first time I've ever had to spray fucking air freshener in the air because it smelled like shit after reading a statement. Fuck. Swear to God, O.J. Simpson's "If I Did It" was fucking better than this. Like, honestly, fuck. Who's your PR agent? Fucking AC Cowlings? Whoever wrote this for you, bro, fire them, fuck. Like, are you this stupid? And you educate, like, are you really this dumb, bro, that you contradict yourself in a state? Like, I guess he didn't show it to Shelly. Oh, Shelly. It's funny, Shelly. I like to use your own words back on you, Mrs. Meyer, now. As you stated, hashtag, it's time for people to take responsibility for their own actions. I think we could say the same thing about your husband. You notice here, too, in all of his words, so it's probably about 1,600 words here or so, you notice in all the words, there's not one mention of any victim. I'm sorry to any woman that were abused. It's horrible. There's not one mention. Why? Because he's not sorry. If he was sorry, he would have fired the guy at Florida 11 years ago when he beat up the woman who was pregnant at the time. Now, instead, they say, well, charges weren't filed. Yeah, no shit, charges weren't filed. It was in Gainesville, Florida. Fucking kid fired off an AK-47 in a parking lot and didn't get charged. Fuck. You think the assistant coach of the Florida Gator national championship team that beat his wife up is going to get charged? And Urban Meyer, so that's the whole thing. You didn't know about 2015. So what about 2009? Did you know about 2009? You didn't know that? So you reported everything to the authorities supposedly then. So did you report it in 2009? Urban Meyer's full of shit. Urban Meyer, you're gone. Urban Meyer's never coaching the Ohio State Buckeyes again. It's over. It's over. Pressure's on, Harbaugh. You better fucking win. Hey, Urban. Hey, Urban. Can you dance? When Urban Meyer hears this sound, he thinks Aaron Hernandez is coming to practice. Hey, there's my boy Aaron. Aaron must be on the campus now. Yeah, here's the exclusive insight from the Florida Gators practice. Fuck, we have some audio from the Urban Meyer Gator practice days. Exclusive audio.
Give me your fucking money. No.
Yeah, good one, Lennox. I like it. Urban Liar. Urban Denier. You guys rock. You guys fucking rock. Urban Denier, winner. Urban Liar, winner. I got to go with Denier, though. No offense to Lennox. Good call, Lennox. But Urban Denier is classic. Great job, Urban Denier. You know, and it's just crazy, isn't it? Like, after everything that Urban Meyer's covered up, that this is the downfall. But it's crazy, too, because it's always the lie after. All Urban Meyer had to do is just say at that press conference last week, yeah, it's horrible. Fuck. You know, but basically, listen, the guy, I'm not going to lie here, though. Urban Meyer, it was a hit job. You know what I mean? That McHenry guy was out to get Meyer, not like personal vendetta, but basically he had his sights on it and like put Meyer in a bad spot when he basically asked Meyer, when did you know? No one, you know, you think Seth Davis or any one of the sports guys are going to ask Meyer, when did you know? The guy put Meyer in a tough spot. Meyer lied, and then Buddy fucking dropped the bomb the next day. Hey, by the way, I got text messages to prove you were lying. And now Meyer suddenly comes out today, oh, you know what? I was a misunderstanding, and now I understand what the question was. And it's like, no, now you understand that you were proved to be a liar, Urban Meyer. And somehow in a insincere apology statement, you managed to lie like 10 times and contradict yourself in the statement. Like, it's just amateur hour all the way around. Amateur hour. Oh, please don't tell me that Trump is shitting on LeBron James, Ryan Gilbert. I didn't want to talk about it, even if he is. Well, he did. Wow. Donald Trump just tweeted, LeBron James was interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike. Wow. On a week that LeBron James opens up a school, whatever. So you notice this week, Donald Trump has called Maxine Waters low IQ, Don Lemon dumbest man on television, and LeBron James stupid. No pattern here at all, right? No pattern. What's the pattern here of the what do LeBron James, Don Lemon, and Maxine Waters all have in common? I'm wondering. I can't quite figure out what it is. Well, I guess it's easier to talk shit about Don Lemon on Twitter than to fucking stand up to Vladimir Putin. At this point, guys, it's all a show, man. Life's a show. What are you going to do? Fuck. Everyone's getting all worked up about everything. Whatever, man. It's a big game, all right? It's a big game. You can choose to be a fucking fool or not to be a fool. It's one or the other. Yeah, I know. You know what? You know why, Bobbert? I'll tell you why. You know why this happened? Trump wouldn't have said jack shit. Fuck. Don Lemon asked fucking at the end of the interview about the school, Don Lemon asked LeBron James. Don Lemon, you know what I mean? He asked LeBron James, would you ever fucking sit down and talk to Donald Trump? And LeBron James said, not in a million years would I ever sit next to that guy. He goes, I would never talk to that guy. He said, not in a million years. And then he looked into the camera and he goes, but I'd sit down with Barack anytime. And everyone fucking knew at the time, oh, Trump's going to fucking go crazy and tweet about this. But I guess Trump only found out about it today. So he probably, that's why he just tweeted about it. You know what happens, man, with all bullies, right? Eventually bullies get beat up. It's like they say, the bigger the bully, the harder they fall, right? The bully goes on a rampage, but the bully always ends up losing. No one stays undefeated. That's the thing. Yeah, I was thinking, Ryan Gilbert, the thing that they all have in common, they're all from Ohio. Oh, God. What a crazy world. What a crazy world. All right. Sports Rage fan is tuning in. He's a big Ohio State fan. I don't think he's happy now. See what's going on in Florida right now? Everyone's getting suspended. Myers in there anymore. As I stated earlier in the day, one defense to Urban Meyer about the arrest at Florida is everyone in Florida gets arrested every day. Fuck. Nah, but this is. I didn't read the article, but I saw a headline yesterday or the day, and it basically stated Urban Meyer versus ethics. And this is what this comes down to, essentially. I mean, people, they're already doing it. They're trying, in Columbus right now, they're smearing the wife's name. She's a liar. She's a boozer. How come the police never filed charges? Well, the police never filed charges because basically the cops never filed charges fucking around anything in the football team, as we know. So, I mean, that's pretty fucking obvious why. If you read the real story and everything, man, there's text messages. She was beat up and shit. There's no disputing it. Urban Meyer was covering up for his buddy wide receiver coach who's a wife beater for the last 10 years. Should he lose his job over this? That's the debate. In a perfect world, yes, he should. You know why he should? He's the coach of young men. It's a fucking state institution, public money, for fuck's sakes. Like, I think Urban Meyer has proven that he doesn't have the moral compass or beacon. You know, Urban Meyer's like Jerry Seinfeld making out with a chick during Schindler's List. You know, when the guy says, fortunately, my mailman, portly gentleman named Newman, informed me that you were making out with my daughter during Schindler's List. I don't think you have the type of moral fiber and character that I want in a man that's going to date my daughter. Good day, sir. Like, basically, like, put it this way. Like, Urban Meyer, just go coach pro football, fuck, all right? Seriously, I'm dead serious now. I'm not just saying this. Urban Meyer should coach pro football. I'm not sure it'd be a good pro coach, but you won't have to worry about this shit, bro. Then you can say, Urban, it's not my problem. It is true. That's the beautiful thing about the NFL. You know what I mean? If an NFL player gets busted for drunk driving, nobody blames the coach. All right? It ain't your fault. No one ain't going to blame you. You only get blamed in college for this shit. And it's a pain in the ass. It's not, I get it. I don't hold every college coach responsible because some fucking kid's going to do something stupid. I mean, who the fuck steals a credit card from a dead girl? Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's not Urban Meyer's fault. But there's a pattern in which you fucking, out of 122 players you recruited, 41 of them got arrested, bro. So it's not like, oh, kids will be kids. Well, it's a coincidence. It's sort of like a guy that'll say, I don't know why every girl I ever date is crazy, because you are attracted to crazy girls. Like Urban Meyer, like, he's, for a guy that's a football coach that is all about responsibility on the field and shit, he's very, like, naive in real life, I guess, this guy, right? Urban Meyer, I found out on the news like everybody else. I don't know anything. Fuck. Nothing ever happened. I don't know. It's like, dude, you control everything. Fuck. And the head coach of the Florida Gators is like being the governor of the state. Fuck. And you know everything about everything. I know Urban Meyer. You didn't know that a guy, you know how many coaches have been with Urban Meyer for 11 years straight? Like, none. Like, seriously. Like, this guy has been like this with him. 11 years straight, he's been with Urban Meyer. And 11 years ago in Florida, when his wife was pregnant, he beat her up then. And there was there was proof of it and blah, blah. And Urban Meyer didn't do anything. So, we can talk about all the 2015 incident all you want. Now, as I stated, like, it's sort of like Harvey Weinstein and Al Franken and like all these other people, Bill Cosby. They're not all the same. You know what I mean? Grabbing a chick's ass isn't the same as raping. You know what I mean? Like, there's different levels. So Urban Meyer's tarnished right now, but I don't look at Urban Meyer in the same light as, like, I'm not looking at Urban Meyer like, you disgust me. Like, Art Briles is disgusting. Like, Art Briles is disgusting. We can talk about Art Briles and say, Art Briles is disgusting. Urban Meyer, whatever, fuck. So a fucking kid jumped the fence and tried to steal a car. You know what I mean? Like, I actually think it's funny. Like a kid taking the boot off. Like, you know what I mean? That's funny shit. I wasn't a perfect kid either. So I'm not, you got to be never clean and whatever. But there's serious shit, man, that you covered up. And like I said, Aaron Hernandez ended up killing 2 people. As I stated, maybe shit would have been different, man, if Meyer would have taken action then and kicked him off the team. Aaron Hernandez never in the NFL and whatever. He never has that money and just everything, the whole dynamic changes, right? Put it this way, like, I'm going to tell you what, if Urban Meyer takes action against Aaron Hernandez, the guy that Aaron Hernandez killed is alive now. And I'm not blaming Urban Meyer for the death. Yeah. Is there a couple of sprays, little bit of blood? I'm not saying there's blood on your hands, but there's some blood in the room here, Urban. All right, you can't say that I was I was around this kid for a couple of years and I mentored this kid, and I have nothing to do with it. You could say that if it came out of the shock, right? Like, it happens all the time. Like, if you're a parent and your kid does something crazy, it's not automatically the parent's fault. But if you're a parent and your kid does something crazy and your kid did something crazy 41 fucking times and you never did anything about it, never told anyone about it and covered it up, then it is kind of your fault. Right? That's what I'm going here with Urban. Like, I've always been torn with Urban Meyer. Nothing's black and white. It's a complicated issue. And like I said, Art Briles is worse. Urban Meyer's, and even Urban Meyer's kids aren't the worst. Like the Florida guys are pretty bad. We're not even getting into the pound season shit, but Urban Meyer to Ohio State, not that bad. You know what I mean? There really hasn't been rampaging shit. Like he really has cleaned it up. That's why it's kind of ironic that he gets tagged now for this, because he has cleaned it up. I'll give him credit for that. But it's you know what I mean? It's just you're a public figure and you blatantly lied last week. It's always the cover up. It's not the crime. And it's a classic example. You just lied, like I said in the statement. You said I wasn't prepared to answer, but I didn't lie about anything. But you just contradicted yourself. Like, we know you're lying. The report states you're lying. But, it's like politics. They'd rather lie and get mocked for lying for like a couple hours online and by the news. And then they also know that they're fans. So like I said, it's always blame the victim. You know what I mean? Like Ohio State right away with the wrestling shit. What did that Jim Jordan guy do right away? Oh, you know what? That guy filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, and? So did the President of the United States. Who doesn't file for? Everyone files for bankruptcy at some point in time. So what? Somehow because he filed for bankruptcy, his allegations that he got his dick touched by a wrestling coach didn't happen, right? But that's the playbook. Shame the victim. Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill, shame the victim. She's a skank. Oh no, you know what I mean? In the old days, she wanted it, right? It goes right back to the original days with judges and shit in the old sexist era. A woman would get assaulted and it'd be like, wow, she was dressed pretty provocatively. It's all, we live in a society. It's always blame the victim, blame the victim, blame the victim. And that's the game that they're playing now in Columbus. And I'm getting tweets from Buckeye fans. Oh, you're a Michigan fan. That's why you're taking this angle. I made another tweets. The woman could be lying. The wife could be lying. Yeah, I know, because everyone gives a shit so much about a wide receiver coach at Ohio State. This woman wants to go on TV and humiliate herself about how she got beat up, right? I know. She wants to do that. Fuck. People are just so sadistically evil and stupid that, how about just saying, yes, I'm an Ohio State fan, but whatever, man, our coach was fucked up. This chick got beat up. And it's so stupid, too. I don't think Urban Meyer should lose his job because his wide receiver coach assaults his wife. I don't. But the problem is, he's been doing it for 11 years, and Urban Meyer's known for 11 years. So, Urban Meyer, you need to go. Bring in Big Man on campus right now. What do you think, Big Man? I say Urban Meyer needs to go, and I think he will go. I don't think Urban Meyer ever coaches Ohio State again.
Yeah, I've been listening to you. I think you've been dead on the money, Gabe. I agree 100%. Scumbag, always has been. Scoundrel, always has been. Get him the fuck out. And I'll tell you another person needs to go is that fucking disgrace of a fucking president we fucking call, which I don't call him a fucking president, but that motherfucker needs to go the fuck away.
This is with LeBron James. Really, you're picking on LeBron? The guy just opened up a school this week.
How many black people is this guy going to make fun of?
Well, that's what I said, if you heard me, right? So this week, Maxine Waters, low IQ. Don Lemon, dumbest man on television. LeBron James, stupid. What do they all have in common here?
They're
right?
black.
There's definitely an angle here to this.
Pathetic.
Yeah, but so Urban Meyer, it's strange out of everything. We didn't even get into the Pouncey brothers and shit, bro, right? Remember the Pouncey in Florida? And there's all kinds of shit we're not even talking about with the Florida Gators. I think he has cleaned up a little bit of Ohio State. I'll tell you guys, he'll coach again. I'm not saying he's never going to coach again. He'll definitely coach again. But he won't coach at Ohio State again, in my opinion.
I get a feeling they're going to try to sweep this under the carpet. I think you know it and I know it.
I think they wanted to, and they tried to, but this McHenry guy won't let up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's been a great reporter, man. Wow.
I think they wanted to. You know what I mean? You notice, too, ESPN didn't pick the story up for 5 hours. There's controversy about that. CBS didn't pick it up. And it's funny. I said at the time, they won't. I said they're going to try to let this go under the carpet. Some shit catches fire, some shit doesn't. And, listen, it doesn't behoove any of these college football entities that pay billions of dollars for rights to lose Urban Meyer. They tried to sweep it under the carpet. Their problem was this McHenry guy's got a hard-on to fucking bring him down. And he's going on every national news show and shit. And
McMurphy.
Yeah, McMurphy. And then the mainstream media has picked it up, like USA Today and shit. Like CNN, Brooke Baldwin had him on. You know what I mean?
Did she really? Wow.
Yeah. So once you get into the daytime talk shit and USA Today, there's no turning back.
I think another big question is, how dumb does ESPN look by getting rid of him? They actually fired him.
Very recently, too, right?
Yeah. I mean, how bad is their talent acquisition?
He's the best investigative journalist this stuff in the field right now, this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He's broken a lot of these scandals. And you know what it is, though, big man? ESPN doesn't want these stories to be broken.
No, of course not.
Who has the rights to Big Ten football? ABC.
Sure.
Who owns ABC?
ESPN.
Yeah, or you know what I mean? Who's owned by it? Exactly.
Disney, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not in their best interest to lose Urban Meyer. Like Ohio State is, it's the same shit. Like they'll protect Nick Saban. They do their best. But look, man, Urban Meyer's going to try to play the old poor me victim card here. Whatever, man. I'll ask you, and I'll give you my answer after. So I ask you, do you think this shit's going on at Alabama right now? And we're just like looking the other way and Saban's powerful enough that we're not saying anything?
I don't think it is, no. I think Nick Saban's just that good a coach. I don't think he brings on people like that.
I agree.
It's kind of like
I don't think it is either. And I'm not saying the kids at Alabama are perfect. We all know they get.
But if they make a mistake,
we all know they have cars. There's envelopes being paid there. All right, the boosters are paid kids there. There's no one's going to dispute that. But if you fucking smack a chick around, Nick Saban will kick your ass off the fucking team, man. Like it's like right away. You're gone. You're gone. Like you're done. You might not get arrested because they don't want the embarrassment of the school, but you're off the team. That's at least that's something. It's like, get the fuck out of the room. You're off the team. And as you stated, he wants guys that are going to win. He doesn't want gangsters and shit. He wants focused kids, but he wants tough guys. But, same with Harbaugh. Whatever. People make fun of Harbaugh. Okay, so the guy drinks a lot of milk and doesn't want you to eat chicken because he thinks it's a fucking dirty bird. If that's the worst thing about it, big man, I'll take it, right?
Sure. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. I mean, you might not like the guy, but I mean, he deserves credit. I mean, Gabe, you look at this. This is actually something that you could just Google and find. Basically, I think who wrote this article? GridironNow.com. In the last 5 years, take a guess at how many Alabama players have been arrested.
In the last 5 years?
Yeah.
2.
It's actually quite more than I thought. I didn't really think about this. I don't know how many people were kicked off the team, though. And I want to see when this was written.
What are you going to say? How many?
18.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a lot.
Yeah. But
how many of them lasted on the team? Not many.
Yeah, no, but I want to know for what. Fuck. You know what I mean? It's true. There was a kid on Alabama, I remember, off the top of my head, got caught with weed in a car.
But none of them were shooting off AK-47s in parking lots.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know off the top of my head, Alabama kids get pulled over in cars a lot and shit. No license, you know what I mean? Trent Richardson got busted, I think, a few times for not having a license. But it's the South, bro, in Alabama. Like, who gives a shit? Like you said, they're not beating chicks up. They're not raping people. They're not shooting people at Alabama. Look at Clemson. Dabo Swinney, the biggest controversy on Dabo Swinney is they got mad that Dabo Swinney makes his team pray to God. Like, seriously.
I actually gained a lot of respect for that dude.
They told him. They were like, listen, fuck, you can't fucking force kids to pray. And he's like, I'm not forcing them, but that's what I do before games, so deal with it. And
it's part of the game. Everybody prays.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody does Our Father before the game.
He pushes God a lot, right? In all of his speeches, God, God, God. So really, like, what, you're gonna get mad? You're gonna, you know what I mean? This is your worst thing against them, that he pushes God too much on the kids.
Yeah.
And, look at Deshaun Watson. What a good kid that guy is, big man.
I can't think of anyone that's been arrested under Sweeney.
Like, Sammy Watkins, maybe not. He's not the best NFL wide receiver, but he's not a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Taj Boyd was a bit of a scumbag. But, yeah, I mean.
Who, the quarterback? What did he do?
Well, I've heard through the grapevine he was a big sports bettor when he was playing.
I've heard about that. You know what's ironic, though, big man? We were talking about best wide receivers last night because of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I said, isn't it amazing? And I was talking about Marvin Harrison actually being underrated in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, he was a great player.
He was ranked 8th overall, 8th best wide receiver of all time. And I looked at his numbers, and I'm like, man, they're the exact same as fucking Moss, or like better. Plus, he won kind of more. But he doesn't get the numbers. But it's just ironic. When Randy Moss played, remember Joe Buck? Oh, this is disgusting. And, Moss is like mooning people and fucking, grabbing his balls and shit. Like, people are like, oh, Randy Moss is such a gangster thug. And it was kind of racial. Like,
I think Buck said something like, that is absolutely Bush League or something, like when he did that. Yeah, it was so whack.
Yeah. Exactly. He was disgusting. So Moss was sort of like frowned upon. Now Randy Moss is on ESPN. He's well respected.
Oh, yeah, everybody loves him.
Well spoken. He gives back to the community. He doesn't cost, you know what I mean? He's a good guy, Randy Moss, actually, in real life. And then you got Marvin Harrison when he played. He sort of seemed like not even cool. He never got credit. You know what I mean? You play with that goofball Peyton. You're in Indianapolis, T.O. talks shit. Everyone talks shit. Marvin never said a word. But in real life, Marvin Harrison is the one that'll put a fucking cap in your ass, big man.
No, I've talked before about Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison is one of those guys that, I talked before, Gabe. I think there are two different worlds. There's the hood world, and then there's real life. And Marvin Harrison lives the hood life. No one fucks with Marvin Harrison in Philadelphia. And if you do, you're going to get fucking shot at. He doesn't give a fuck about going to jail. He never gets arrested. And if he does, he beats the rap. That's what he does. He's a hood in every sense of the word. And I don't know how he keeps getting away with shit, but he finds a way. No one fucks with him anymore. And
he was on video that time threatening to kill the guy. Nothing happened.
Well, he's actually shot at several different people. He had a murder trial. But they beat the rap. I mean, he's been involved in like 3 or 4 different shootings, Gabe. I mean, he won't leave the hood. He lives downtown. And
I like what you said too before that, Philly's a tough town, man. Yeah. There's some tough guys in Philly. Yeah, like word on the street is don't even like fucking look at Marvin Harrison.
No.
Like, people are like, don't fuck with Marvin Harrison at all. He's batshit crazy. He'll kill you.
No, he will. And that's the thing. Like, I remember a year or two ago, one of his tenants didn't pay him rent, and he didn't do anything. He just literally went over there, saw the guy, said, "Where's my fucking money?" I guess the guy didn't have it, and he went after him with a bat. I mean, that's street justice. And where Marvin's from, I mean, it's one of the worst neighborhoods in the city, and he rules it like a fucking drug dealer. I mean, it's amazing what he's become. He's a badass motherfucker.
He should. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but like you said, during his career, I mean, I don't think I've heard him talk once. At least I don't remember.
No. And he was loved by the media because he was respectful. He just, he didn't talk. He didn't bitch. He just made plays. But he really, from a football standpoint, really was great. Like, I don't know if I can think of 7 wide receivers better than him. Gil Brandt, so Gil Brandt, the old Cowboy guy. And I respect Gil Brandt's opinion. He had Jerry Rice number 1, Don Hudson number 2, old guy Don Hudson from the 30s, 40s. He had Randy Moss 3. Terrell Owens was, I think Terrell Owens was 5. I think he had Larry Fitzgerald there. He had Marvin Harrison 8. I thought, I'll tell you guys too, and you're a Cowboy fan, and you're an Eagle fan. But I don't know, you might have been like a little young, and for his prime and shit. But Michael Irvin, did you see him play?
Yeah, I remember cheering when he broke his neck or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys in Philly, it's
Gabe, I remember that exact day watching that game, and I remember my whole house. We all cheered. I
you're all
remember,
happy.
like the whole room. Oh my God, Irvin got injured. We all jumped up and started clapping, and then I kind of thought to myself, I was pretty young at the time. I remember, wow, I think he really might be hurt. And I think my uncle said like, I think my uncle said to him like, fuck him, he's a cowboy, fuck him. Hope he broke his neck. I think someone said.
Yeah, he did.
And yeah, it was infamous.
Yeah, but I swear to God, I actually think Michael Irvin's a little underrated.
I think
grand scheme of things. Like I said, I was a Bills fan, so I was in my 20s then, so it terrorized me, right? So I saw him beat me. I saw him play. Michael Irvin, guys, I know he didn't do it for as long as some of these other guys did, and he wasn't as flashy, but he was fucking good, man. Like when Aikman threw the ball up to him, he got it. Like I'd like to see is the percentage of like passes thrown his way that he caught. Man, he was big, and it's funny too because he was great at the U too, right? He was a great college player, champion, and when he was at the combine and shit, the word was, well, he doesn't have breakaway speed. He's not fast enough. And it's funny too, because Irvin said, I might not be fast. He told somebody at the combine, I might not be fast. He goes, I'm football fast. And he said, I don't run track. I get open. And that was the thing, man. I'll take a guy that can get open over some fucking fast motherfucker any day of the week. How's that John Ross guy doing, big man? He's fast. How's he, fuck?
Yeah, how's that worked out? Right. Well, I'll tell you a guy, Gabe, that is underrated to me. I mean, he's not underrated, but I think he was the best receiver I've ever seen. Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens, yeah, he's right up there. He's Terrell Owens. We talked about it. Like people asked, Kyle Hamburg asked me last night who I thought who was better, T.O. or Randy Moss. I went with T.O. over Moss. And the chat fucking, you're wrong. Yeah. I think T.O. was more consistent than Moss was. No, we lost big man. He'll be back. Yeah, exactly, Darcy Kretschmer. Look, I was a Bills fan, and like T.O. terrorized me, but like we said, Randy Moss was really, 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 really good, but I just think I like T.O.'s style better. Randy Moss terrorized the league for a few years. There's no disputing it. And I don't like, saying who's better. They're all Hall of Famers. They're all great, fuck, right? They're all great. Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce were both great. No love for Don Beebe. Herman Moore, yeah, Hyman Roth. We a Lions fan. Oh, Calvin Johnson, yeah. It's a very good point. We haven't talked about Calvin, and I'm glad that Kyle brings him up. Listen, Herman Moore was good, Hyman Roth, but Herman Moore's not in this category. Come on. Saying Herman Moore is like saying Mohamed Sanu, fuck, or something. You know what I mean? A little better. Herman Moore. I remember her. Listen, Hyman, I'm old, man. I'm an old motherfucker, man. I remember fucking Herman Moore with the Virginia Cavaliers in college. Settle down, Wayne Cravette. Fuck. Wayne Cravette's good, man, brother. Come on. We're talking greats here. So Calvin Johnson, to me, Calvin Johnson, one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen play the game. You know what's crazy, though? Calvin Johnson's not a Hall of Famer. Calvin, he won't be a Hall of Famer. Like, I don't know how he isn't, to be honest, but he didn't play long enough. And that's part of it, big man. Like, Calvin Johnson, bro, like, hard to, like, for me in my lifetime, Jerry Rice is the best wide receiver. And it's not even close. Like, it's
Right.
Rice and everyone else.
Right.
But Calvin Johnson's probably number 2, to be honest. Like, to me, Calvin Johnson was better than Moss, better than Owens. But you can't be better than those guys if you only do it for 6 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do it. You're right. I mean, look, Jerry Rice is the best. I'm not going to ever say he isn't, but I just look at dominating players. And, I mean, Gabe, with T.O. real quick, I mean, you have to admit he was fucking dominating, like the way he played.
Oh, yeah, no, he was reliable as fuck, you know. And the thing with T.O. what I liked is, you know, played through pain. He was an asshole, but he was there for his team on the field. You know, Randy Moss took a lot of plays off, man, over the years. Like Randy Moss was, Randy Moss was a problem too. T.O. is sort of, thing is T.O. is still a problem. That's the thing. T.O.'s a grown man that never grew up, and you know what an idiot that he's not there this weekend. It's just really, it's embarrassing.
Right? No, I mean, he wouldn't grow up. That was always his issue.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you want to be there with Brian Dawkins and with fucking Brian Urlacher and these legends and Randy Moss? Think how cool that'd be for you, T.O. Go into the Hall of Fame with Randy Moss. You know what I mean? Like the two badasses go in at the same, like the drinks you'd have after, and you know the whole thing. He's just so twisted, man. And this is why. And he bitches that he waited to get in. This is why you waited to get in.
Yeah. Now look, you fucked it all up.
I know. Like I don't sympathize. And I'll tell you, big man. No one was happier when T.O. went to the Bills than me. I love T.O. Fuck. You know, I'm a big Terrell Owens fan, but I think he really, really messed this thing up, man.
Yo, Gabe, if I get kicked off, my fucking internet keeps fucking up.
Yeah, right, cool. Johnny Manziel's fucking
how many interceptions did he throw tonight? 7 or 8?
Oh fuck. Fucking 4, but they pulled him out of mercy.
Jesus Christ. What a mess.
Poor kid fucking like I said earlier, he should probably stay off of Twitter tonight, Moss. Well, sorry, Manziel, when he gets home tonight to his apartment in Montreal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, don't go online, John.
You stay away from the liquor stores.
Yeah, he'll be all right. It's a process. He really, to be honest, you know, he shouldn't be playing. He's not ready. You know, you got to learn an offense a bit, but you got to throw him out here. And I don't know, man. I had high expectations. Maybe he's going to struggle. Like, he really had a problem, big man. You know what I mean? Like, arm strength. Like, he tried to force balls in. They were getting picked off. You know, the CFL, man, people, fuck the CFL and stuff, but it is the second best football league in the world. Like,
he did make a nice tackle, though.
Oh, very nice tackles. Couple of tackles.
On his interceptions.
Couple of great tackles. Okay, let's get down to business since you got some internet issues too, and I can't be on 24 hours a day either. I'm excited for some MLS soccer. Let's jump in.
Sounds good.
Atlanta FC. Is our boy Kyle in the chat here?
I believe so.
Yeah, there's Kyle Hamburg. Atlanta taking over the MLS world, hosting TFC. TFC are in must-win territory right now. From here on out, they have been playing much better tomorrow. One thing with Atlanta, they have Atlanta United have they have shown some cracks defensively, right? But you know, Joseph Martinez is just motherfucking unbelievable. What do you make of this one? Are you going to bet on? You know, I'm thinking both teams to score, but what do you make of the Atlanta TFC game?
It's a tough one. I mean, I think the over 3.5 looks pretty good, and I want to get involved with goals here, but you know, I've always wanted to take Atlanta, but I mean, the Toronto has been playing well. I mean, they've won, I think, 4 in a row. I mean, they played some good football.
Cup champions, bro. They've been to 2 cups in a row. They've got players, right? Altidor's healthy again.
Sure.
Binko's been in Atlanta all week waiting for this.
Here's the concern game, okay? And here's where I look with TFC and I wonder, okay? You look at their last 4 wins, okay? 2 are against the Fire, who can't keep goals out, and 2 are against the Ottawa Fury in the Canadian Championship. They lost to Orlando. They lost to Minnesota United, give up 4 goals there. They can't keep goals out. At this price, I'll be real with you. If I get Atlanta United under 160 at home, I'm interested.
It's crazy because it almost feels like a trap. It's too good to be true. You look at it, why aren't they minus 200?
Yeah, but
minus 154. It's because the odds maker respects TFC here.
Right, and I think you mentioned it. The recency bias is that TFC is generally pretty good. We saw Giovinco; he's a pretty good player. But Atlanta at home is a freight train. I think at this price, I would still be interested in Atlanta United.
All right, so looking at the total here, over 2.5 is minus 250, guys.
Yeah, too high.
Both teams fucking fly. Both teams to score. Both teams to score minus 225. Big man, I know you're going to pull the trigger. We'll see what what is it for 3.5. You're going to go over to 3.5. Oh, look, I'm going to go both teams to score at minus 225 in this game.
Yeah, both teams to score should hit. I think this is like a 3-1 kind of game. Gun in my head, I'd go over, but I actually like Atlanta United a bit more to win.
I got to be honest, man. I'm gonna go my own way on this one, big man. I'm gonna go both teams to score, and I'm gonna go draw plus 320. I think TFC gets a result out of this draw.
It would be a big time win for them. I mean, I need them to beat a quality team before I can.
I say draw, not a win, draw.
Yeah, it's a big game for them. I mean,
to draw would probably have to be 2-2 because it wouldn't be 1-1. So I don't know. Fuck, maybe draw is kind of ambitious. For the record, a 2-2 result pays 11-1.
I mean, just take them. You could take them +1.
Yeah. Good call. Like
minus 125. That's pretty good bet.
Yeah, like we did with the All-Star. Yeah. I like that.
You're most likely going to get your money back, but
I wouldn't be shocked, dude, if they lost 3-2, if there was 5 goals.
Yeah, I mean, TFC can't keep goals out, and Atlanta scored them, a ton. I mean, and Atlanta, for the record, Gabe, they are pretty good defensively. I think that's one thing. They've only given up 26 goals this season. I mean, that's pretty good.
All right, so we got the Montreal Impact and DC United. The Montreal Impact have played themselves into the playoffs right now, guys, and they're fucking playing balls out, man. They're playing a 4-3-3 system right now. And, they're not overly skilled, so they play aggressive, and they really, really counterattack. Like, this is what they do, man. They counter. We saw them. Remember Big Man against the Timbers? Great counterattacking team. We talked about Piatti and his work in the midfield and setting guys up. He's been on fire right now. Montreal Impact are a good home team as well. DC United are not a good road side. The Impact schedule gets tougher as well. I'm reading about the Impact knowing the importance. They're in the playoffs right now. Their schedule gets tougher over the next couple of weeks. They know they need to win this motherfucking game. Last week, they lost to Atlanta, actually, in Montreal. This is a winnable game for them. I don't see the Impact losing 2 straight Saturday home games, big man. Give me my Montreal Impact to beat DC United.
DC's played better, though, with Wayne Rooney. I got to give it to them. They've been a bit better, but one of their problems all year has been scoring goals. And you talked about Piatti there. He's really, really good, that Argentine in the middle. I kind of like both teams to score here. I lean Impact. I don't trust DC United. I mean, Wayne Rooney's been good, but I mean, how much does he really add to this team? I mean, they're still a bad side. Impact need the game. I'm not in love with this game, but they're at home. Impact should be able to get the job done here. But I like both teams to score a bit as well.
Yeah, sure. I like both teams to score, guys. I think we could probably hit this 70% of the time in
Impact and both teams to score plus 240.
Yeah. Listen, I think Impact get this done. DC United are spirited. They're playing better since Rooney's got there. They opened up the new Audi Stadium. There's some enthusiasm. They play better at home, though. They played better at home. You see, Rooney got his nose busted last week too. The Impact, there's some excitement around this game this week for the Impact. There should be a good turnout tomorrow night. The crowd should be good. Like I said, Montreal with the Impact, if they play well, people jump on the wagon there. So I think the Impact win this game 2-1. I think it goes over. It's minus 154 over 2.5. Both teams to score is minus 163. The Impact are only minus 120. I'll be on a Montreal Impact and both teams to score. All right, Orlando gets New England here. You and I watched this Orlando team scare us to death the other night against the LA Galaxy. And I tell you what, for a fucking team whose record is kind of struggling right now, Orlando FC looked pretty good to me. They got some nice midfielders and forwards with some skill. I saw. They give up a shitload of goals. You know, that's the thing. Orlando give up a lot of motherfucking goals. Yet the Rev are fucking terrible, man. I think Orlando actually win this game at plus 105 tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm sick of backing these shitheads. You know, they do score a lot of goals, but they just can't keep goals out. I mean, they're honestly one of the worst soccer defenses I've ever seen. They're just dreadful. I mean, I like what they can do going forward, but I mean, we saw the other night. I mean, they had a lead. They just can't keep leads. I mean, and that's a problem for me. I would go over 3.5.
New England hasn't. So New England on the road since April 14th, 4 wins, 6 losses, 7 draws. Their record on the road, 0-3 and 4. Or their record, excuse me, since April 14th is 4, 6, and 7. Their record on the road since April the 14th, 0 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. Man, the Purple Lions were just fucking terrible, though. Yeah, it's tough. They really should. New England are fucking bad, though, big man. I made money betting against New England this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're not great, and they've struggled defensively lately also.
Like, the odds makers know what they're doing. There's a fucking reason. Fucking stupid fly, man. Fucking
this one looks 3-2 to me.
Yeah, there's going to sell. Orlando's plus 105. Not bad number there.
Too low to me. That's too low. I mean, if I'm getting 160, maybe I'm more interested, but
I know.
they just don't score goals. They just don't keep goals out. I mean, that's kind of the
I'm
issue.
sort of buying into the number, though, that there's for a reason, that the Rev are that bad on the road. And one thing about Orlando, dude, they fucking sell a lot of tickets and shit. They got a good atmosphere.
No, they got a good crowd. I think they have a top 5 crowd.
Yeah, like they'll be banging the drums. It'll be a rowdy atmosphere there tomorrow night, you know? They're still in it, too, even though they've struggled. I like both teams to score here, too. Like what we said, guys, they can't stop anybody. Both teams to score is minus 225. The total over 2.5 is minus 225. Like Big Man said, this one I think you could actually go over the, you know, look at this. So over 3.5, man, is fucking plus 100. I could easily live with that.
That's where I'm going with it.
All right. This next one, wow. Big number up here right now. New York FC, minus 300. Whitecaps, plus 850. Draw, plus 375. And I don't know if this is for the bettors, guys, amongst us here. New York FC, guys, are 10-0-1 at Yankee Stadium. Fuck. They haven't lost. They're 10-0-1 on that Yankee. They're better at home than the fucking Yankees are, big man.
No, they're ridiculous at home, New York.
And we know Vancouver is shitty on the road. And we also know Vancouver can't stop anybody. Like Vancouver defensively are pretty soft.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to lay goals in this one, though. That's kind of the problem. I would look New York City FC maybe first half, minus a half. I think they can have the lead. I mean, they should be up at the half. I'm just not confident that they can lay. I mean, laying 2 goals is probably the right way to go, but I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of sour on New York FC. I mean, I know they're on the road last week, but they let me down. But they're back at home, and they're just so dominant at that stadium.
And Vancouver are pretty bad, too.
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver.
Davies is good, but he's just one kid. You know what I mean?
Vancouver's given up 44 goals this season. I mean, that's, I think, 3rd worst in the league.
You know what? I'm going to have to put New York FC in parlays. I'll come up with something. I'll approach it. But New York FC is the way to go there, guys.
I mean, consider this. I mean, you could put, like I think FC Dallas beat the Earthquakes. You could put them in the parlay. It's 115, 116. Sorry.
Holy shit, man! This fucking fly, fuck. There's like one fucking fly, man.
They're the worst, man. They're the worst.
Fuck, I'm gonna get them though. Yeah, New York FC, you could use them in parlays. You could it's tough laying 1.5 goals. They probably win like 3-1 or something, maybe 4-2 or something.
I think the first half has some value. I think they're leading in the first half. They come out, Vancouver's on the road. I think it's a pretty good play. They only have to be leading.
All right, now we get into the Colorado Rapids and your boys Latin, the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, listen, Galaxy or nothing for me here. This is a huge price. I'll take the Galaxy any day of the week against Colorado at this price. I mean, the Galaxy do struggle a bit defensively, but I haven't seen much out of Colorado to envision that they can then beat the Galaxy. I think the Galaxy, other than Atlanta United, I think they're a team that can win this entire thing. I think they're that good. I'm confident they can get a win here. Plus 160 for me.
How about this, guys? So here it is. Teams going in different directions. Meet at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Colorado. The Rapids are winless in their last 5 games. Lost 2-1 at DC United last Saturday. Meanwhile, the Galaxy are now soaring, unbeaten in 9 straight games after a thrilling 4-3 win over Orlando FC on Sunday night. The Galaxy have also won 3 of their last 4 games in Colorado. I like to hear that.
Yeah, this is a nice number.
Yeah, we're getting plus money as well.
Yep, plus 160. Great price.
I'm going to get this fucker next time he comes, so I'm going to spray him to death.
What do you spray him with?
Airwick.
He really? That works?
Yeah. This shit's toxic chemicals, man.
Sure. That makes sense.
It doesn't it fucking really fucks them up.
It maims them.
Yeah, like it slows them down and blah, blah. Like it's not cool for them, but whatever it is, it fucks them up and it slows them down. Then I could fucking just fucking whack them.
And they just die somewhere.
I'm an idiot. I leave my door open all the time.
Yeah, I'd never leave my fucking door open ever.
Yeah, I'm like addicted to it for some reason.
Is that a Rutgers shirt you're wearing?
Well, yeah, no. Maybe I jumped on the wagon already. Go Rutgers.
It looked like an R. Sorry.
Tito Ortiz, fuck.
Oh, gotcha.
Punishment Athletics, PA.
I was gonna say, I thought it looked like a Rutgers R. I'm like, damn, he's supporting the Fighting Brian Rose.
You know what? It's I'm not the biggest Tito Ortiz fan. I used to like him, but he's kind of whatever. But I'll be honest with you, Tito Ortiz actually was pretty cool. He gave me like 20 T-shirts to give away.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I gave most away, but whatever. I have like 2 or 3 of them in a bag here. And quite frankly, it was clean. So I never wore it before. It's the first time I ever worn this T-shirt. I was like, I was looking around. I was like, man, everything's so fucking hot. So hot in here. I was like, I'll just fucking grab this.
That looks fun.
Yeah, I'm going to go see though Michigan and Rutgers, actually. November the 10th.
In Rutgers?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to be a Michigan fan this year. I've got a ton of money on their futures.
All right, so, LA Galaxy, I can't believe we're actually getting 160 here. That's fucking great.
Yeah, it reminds me last week, I got FC Dallas at a similar price last week, and that one, I don't get why this is such a high price.
All right, this next one, Houston Dynamo gets Sporting Kansas City. The Dynamo are in fade mode right now, but Sporting Kansas City are real bad. So, I don't know. This is a tough one. I would lean with Houston here, though. Houston should be able to win this game. Thing with fucking Houston, man, they blow fucking leads all the time. They're just not that good. They're struggling right now, but it is a must-win situation for these guys. Sporting KFC are in a fucking free fall right now. It's a tough one. I'm not, listen, if you're going to sprinkle on every game, we're just kicking the tires on every game here, but it's a must-win situation for both fucking teams here. The Dynamo are winless in their last 4 games. Sporting KC hasn't won in 5 fucking games, all right? So they're both in trouble, but they can both still make the playoffs, but they both got to fucking win. This is probably a stay-away game for them, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going over the number. I mean, Gabe, you look at the last 8 games for Sporting Kansas City. 3-2, 3-2, 2-0, 4-2, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 3-2. I mean, they're just flying over. Last time these two teams played, it was 3-2.
Right. June 23rd, they played 5 goals, 3-2 Sporting Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, there were 39 shots in the game. I mean, it was just a wild match, up and down. The Dynamo, they can't seem to hold leads. I mean, they had a lead last week, blew it. They've been giving goals up as well. I'm looking over the number. I think
score a bit too if you look.
Yeah.
Too, if you look at their numbers, it's not bad. Like it's for Houston, and I've lost a few times. The Dynamo are getting frustrated because they're not playing poorly, but they're not getting results. You know what I mean? They'll win. They'll be up 1-0 all night, and they'll give up the tying goal in the 88th minute. Like, you know, they've had some weird shit happen to them. 7 wins, 8 losses, 6 draws. But look, they've scored 39 goals. They've given up 32 goals. Kansas City right now has been struggling suddenly. They've scored 39 goals as well, which is pretty good. So both teams can score, and both teams do get a lot of shots on target too, as you see, 129 to 121.
Yeah, I'm looking over. You can get over 2.5 at -167. I mean, it's a bit high, but this should be a 2-1 minimum.
All right, guys, here's the fucking parlay to play, and it's +104. New York FC, Real Salt Lake. New York FC, Real Salt Lake. And Salt Lake fucking, I know if our boy Pittsburgh Brew is here.
Hey, Gabe, I'll give you one better. Real quick, listen.
The Timbers.
No, I got one for you. This is a 3-team parlay. FC Dallas to beat the Earthquakes. New York City FC to beat the Whitecaps. And over 1.5, Houston Sporting, +120.
All right, so you're going New York FC, FC Dallas.
And over 1.5, Dynamo Sporting KC.
What's that pay?
+120.
That's not bad. I know I actually skipped the FC Dallas game against the Earthquakes. We talked about FC Dallas. Good call actually there as well. FC Dallas is going to win this game, guys. Listen, we've made money. Remember last week we crushed it. We made money on the Earthquakes. I've been killing this Earthquake under shit, and here we have it again, guys. It's fucking +135, under 2.5. Let's see what we can get 3.5 at. We did it last week. We're going to do it again.
I think 188.
All right. I can live with it. I'll go both again. But FC Dallas will beat San Jose. Don't be surprised, too. You can play clean sheet here on this one, or whatever the best odds are. You know what I mean? If it's clean sheet, if it's no goal. Or
the Earthquakes are awful. They're the worst team in this league.
They're playing good defensively, but they can't score.
Exactly.
I mean, look, last week it was a 0-0 draw. They played Manchester United to a 0-0 draw. Or no, I think maybe they lost 1-0 last week. It was. So, you know, they've actually tightened things up a little because basically they're shit. So they just kill time. They actually, it's not like they're great defensively. They just, you know, they don't do anything. Yeah. But, yeah, guys, we've been making money. We've been killing the San Jose Earthquake games to the under. They're not going to score in Dallas. Like, these motherfuckers can't score at home. They're not going to score in Dallas. Dallas will clean sheet these guys. So now we get to Salt Lake and the Chicago Fire. You know, Salt Lake are frustrating. I know, remember, it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Salt Lake was winning 2-0. We were laughing on Patreon, and then they fucking lost. Pittsburgh Brew lost like a massive parlay. I got fucked for like $500 in the last minute of that game. It's a fucking screw job. So I do hold a grudge against these motherfuckers. But, man, Chicago are bad, big man. You know that. The Chicago Fire, those guys burn money.
Yeah, they're brutal defensively. I mean, they're like just as bad as Orlando. I would probably this is one I'll stay away from. I don't watch a ton of Real Salt Lake. I just don't have a ton of interest in them, and I just haven't really gotten involved in their matches this year. This is a pass for me, though. I mean, you look at – I'm not laying, 188 on Real Salt Lake. I'm just not.
They will because Chicago are that bad.
Yeah. I mean, Chicago's pretty bad. But I feel like this is 2-1.
Lose fucking 3-0 every week. Fuck.
It seems like they do, don't they? I got to see.
PFC beat the shit out of them 2 times in the last few weeks. I know that.
Yeah, let me see something here. Hold on 1 second. Where the fuck are Chicago? There they are.
No, they're bad, dude. The Chicago Fire like barely fucking won when they played in their fucking USL Cup game recently. Like they struggled.
They give up a lot of goals, man.
Guys, the Chicago Fire, they have 6 wins, 12 losses, 5 draws. They're brutal.
How did they beat Atlanta United? 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1 That's amazing.
Also, Rusnek's back this week, too. Clinging to the sixth and final playoff spot, Real Salt Lake are hoping their home field remains. Yeah, they're good at home, fuck.
You know who plays on the Fire, Gabe?
Who's that?
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Oh, yeah, I know. After a 2-1 home loss to TFC, Chicago dropped a 3-0 decision to TFC at BMO. Chicago Fire have now lost 5 straight matches. Like they don't win, these guys.
They beat FC Louisville. Big deal.
Yeah, that was the one. Fuck. What was the score? 1-0?
They won 4-0, but
was it 4-0 that one?
Yeah, but the LAFC or Louisville had a red card in the game. It was really 2-0. They added 2 goals late after the red card.
Okay, yeah. So I remember that game. It was close, exactly. Like, exactly, dude. They're beating USL teams, you know, and they can't beat an MLS team right now.
No, I agree.
They're bad.
But do you trust Salt Lake? I mean, that's the big question.
I know. All right. Last game of the night, Portland Timbers and your Philadelphia Union.
No, they're not my Philadelphia.
Yeah, the Timbers are now up to -175. Timbers are kind of overrated, guys, but it's a tough place to play up there. It is a tough place to play, and I'm reading here, too. I see that the Timbers are getting a lot healthier, actually, for this game. Like, shit's starting to come together for them. I don't know what it is. These motherfuckers in Portland, and I'll tell you guys, for you degenerates out there, the Portland Timber games are great for you Saturday night degenerate gamblers. They kick off at 11 o'clock Eastern. It's like the MLS Hawaii of sports. It's like, all right, you're betting and shit. You got all this shit going on. You know, you pull the trigger on the late game. Fuck, 11 o'clock, Portland Timbers. I've been killing it with draws in these Timber games.
That's where I would go here.
But Philadelphia Union are pretty bad, big man. That's the problem. I think Portland could kind of beat them easily.
I don't know. I have a weird feeling this is 0-0. I don't know why. Like 0-0. I think we could see no goals in this game. I think it's a low-scoring, drabby, boring match. I think the draw's got a little value here. Union are bad. They've hit a bit of a okay stretch. They had an okay stretch recently, but
they did beat the Dynamo on the road. I know.
Yeah, I mean they just had some unluckiness. I mean, Dynamo, keep in mind, went down to 10 men in that game. They played pretty well against. You beat Chicago. They didn't get crushed by Atlanta. I mean, they're just. I don't know. They're just kind of stuck in neutral. I just don't think either of these teams are particularly great. I mean,
I don't know, big man. Portland are fucking 9-3-7. A lot of draws with Portland. That's the thing. But look, the Portland Timbers haven't lost on this home field. They have an undefeated streak, so a win or a draw in Portland, 14 games in a row. They don't lose in this fucking park very much, bro.
Yeah, what's this number? 175. Yeah, I mean, it's not up at the top of my list.
Timbers, I see here, the Timbers have played Philadelphia 8 times. They're 4-1-3. They've never lost. Philadelphia have never beaten Portland in Portland.
3 goals out of 3 draws in 8 games. Not bad. There's been a few. Yeah, this is a pass for me, most likely. Late game, not have much interest in it.
That's the late night special. And then the last game of the week, week 23, is a pretty entertaining one on Sunday night. Except this one's earlier. It kind of sucks, actually, because I usually do the Sunday night wrap-up on Patreon during the MLS game. But maybe I'll do it earlier this week. Sunday, August 5th, 6 o'clock Eastern. New York Red Bulls, LAFC. This is going to be a good one. Now we talk about the New York FC. It's confusing. New York FC, LAFC, but New York FC at Yankee Stadium have been great. But the Red Bulls have really been putting it together. They've only lost twice at home in the entire season. Red Bulls having a real good year, 13-6-2 right now. They're fucking great goal differential, 42-22. But LAFC play well too. But the thing is, big man, LAFC aren't a very good road team. As we saw when they got fucking killed by Minnesota.
Yeah, and you look at NY. I mean, they're bad on the road, but at home, like you discussed, they're very good. Though you look at the last game they played. I mean, before the break, I mean they gave up 3 goals to the Crew.
That was a disgrace, that game.
Which is odd. I'll be honest. I might take a shot here with LAFC at plus 425. Listen, I mean, when I can get 2 teams like this that are both pretty good, it's the MLS. Anything could happen. I'll take over 4-1 on my money.
You got to lay minus 225, guys. But both teams are fucking scoring here, man.
Agreed.
Like, they're both going to score. Like, LAFC fucking bomb shots, guys. They really try to score. They're very bad defensively. Red Bulls will be able to capitalize. And as we just talked about, the Columbus Crew are, average to less than average. Put up a 3 spot on these guys. The over is fucking 2.5, minus 275. But both teams to score is minus 225.
Yo, Gabe, who do you think my favorite MLS team is?
I'm going to take a wild stab and say TFC. No, kidding. The LA Galaxy.
You're correct.
You're an LA Galaxy guy, huh?
Oh yeah, you'll see my jersey out at IPC. I got one. I got one you'll like. No, I just started kind of liking them this year. I like Zlatan, so I'll root for them.
You know what? I like the Galaxy. I like Zlatan too. I like his style. I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not a lifelong fan. I've always liked him, but I'm really liking what he's doing in LA. That fucking call that he made to the season ticket holder is great, huh? Hello.
How great was it though? He just calls him and goes, "I'm going to give you a great performance."
He goes, yeah. Basically, Zlatan's calls the season ticket holders.
Like, what kind of guy? Like, what athlete can do
sell it? He goes, "Hey, this is Zlatan of LA Galaxy."
I love when he goes.
Ernesto goes, he goes, "Oh, you're in Mexico." He goes, "You got to come back and watch us play."
He goes, I guess the Ernesto guy goes, "Hey, how are you?" He goes, "How are you, boss?" And he goes, "I'm going to give you a lot of goals, and I'm going to win MLS Cup." How many people would just say that, Gabe? And they've actually performed like Zlatan said he'd be good, and he's been fucking good.
I think they could go to the MLS Cup. They're the team in the West.
Yeah, I agree. Yo, Gabe, big day tomorrow in England. I got a couple plays. Preston North End, I gave that one out.
Yeah.
I'm in League One. I'm on Fleetwood Town. I like them.
Fleetwood Mac. All right. Fleetwood, yeah.
Fleetwood Town, but yeah, if that makes it easier for you. I'm also on Salford City in the National League. And in League 2, I am going to go with Lincoln City against Northampton. I got all sorts of English plays tomorrow.
Good shit. You know what we hit tonight? We tagged that basketball tournament on the way out. Overseas Elite, minus 5.5.
Oh yeah, I didn't even figure out who. I didn't even see who won that.
Overseas Elite won.
Yeah, Overseas Elite was good. I thought Jimmer's team would win, but they got beaten up last night.
Yeah. No, they made it to the final. It was Jimmer's team.
No, they lost last night, Gabe.
No, tonight it was who was it tonight? It was fucking
it was that E name against Overseas.
Oh, Eberline. Yeah.
Yo, Gabe, get this shit today. I bet that
last night, yeah.
I bet that Derby County game today. Bro, they were down 1-0. They score a goal, it's 1-1. 4 added minutes. They score in the 94th minute and win.
That's some good luck.
Derby County, baby. Good fucking shit was that today.
That's some good luck right there.
Oh, Match Fixer. There he is. Oh, shit. Where have you been, Match Fixer? You got any virtual?
We told you guys to jump in on the fucking under in the Astro game. Dodgers still 2-1 right now. Come on, Dodgers. You know what's the shock of the night here? Holy shit. Didn't see this coming, man. The Oakland Athletics guys and the fucking Detroit Tigers are scoreless in the 11th inning right now. They're scoreless. Detroit. I got a fucking parlay in here that's already in, too. Fuck. I had Arizona parlaying with Oakland. I could cash out with a profit, but
how do you bet baseball? Seriously, I mean, it's just a fucking dart throw, man.
What, baseball?
Yeah, it's brutal.
I've been doing great with baseball this year because of the DFS shit. I say it every day, but Otherwise I would have tapped out, but I don't have a choice. I can't tap out. It's fucking relentless. I don't have a choice. I have to talk about baseball stats for fucking 20 minutes a day. All right.
It's brutal.
You can't fake it. Like there's no way to fake it. So I don't have a choice. I spend like fucking, it's not that bad. It takes me about 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. Sometimes I'll put 2 hours in, but I go through every fucking baseball game, every player, every game, every stat. It's fucking annoying, but
That's rough.
Yeah, but I know how to do it fast. You know what I mean?
You want to do a game of virtual quick?
No, I'm staying away.
Damn, you've been staying away from virtual.
Yeah. I'm going straight, big man. Going to New York. I'm going clean, drinking water.
No more drinking, huh?
No, I stayed off. I've been staying off the last few nights, like no international shit. I haven't been like jumping in crazy shit. You know, I might play a little AFL footy on the way out here.
That Gabe, that apartment you sent me, you're moving to that one instead?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
That place is dope.
Yeah, like that, man, eh?
Yeah. I thought you were setting on that one you showed me.
No, this one's a little bit Japanese baseball has been a little unpredictable, Javier, recently, to be honest. It's been higher scoring recently. There's a lot of shit to bet on, man. I'm backing off just being a degenerate gambler. I'm picking spots and winning money here. Yeah, like I said, I won 6-1-1 last night, guys. You know, I hit it again tonight, man. So like, why? I don't want to throw this shit away. We got UFC tomorrow. I got fucking 5 or 6 MLS games I really like. I'll share my UFC with you before we go.
Yo, Gabe, Match Fixer just threw out a virtual soccer play.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I'm betting it.
I'm not touching it.
553. I'm betting it. Draw. I'm on it. And if it wins, I'm done. I'm taking that. Match Fixer.
I'll worry about the Oakland Athletics right now. But yeah, the place I sent you. You like that, guys? I might go to a place where there's a fucking rooftop pool.
Yeah, but Hoboken's a bunch of shitheads.
And the pool is
it's like balcony. That's dope.
Yeah, the pool is like basically like on the roof. And it's like the fucking New York skyline and shit. The Empire State Building's like right in front of you. Fuck, like you're swimming.
Yeah, those views are worth the money, man.
Yeah, it's some hardcore fucking shit. But yeah, I know Hoboken's a trendy place. You know,
you can go to Carlo's Bakery and get some bakery items.
I heard the fucking the pizza's real good in Hoboken.
Oh, bro, listen, you're getting the best food in the fucking world in that area.
The best. I'm gonna have to try to Catalonian all this shit.
We'll go to Little Italy.
Yeah. Fucking.
There's this place I gave in Little Italy. I gotta take you to. It's called Umberto's. It's a seafood spot, clam spot. Got great food.
Oh wait! Oh my God! It's true, Pick Machine, big man.
Yo.
It's a fake match fixer.
Why do you say that?
It's not him. I just looked. Like it's not him.
How do you know? Oh, I noticed he didn't have those little like books.
No. Match fixer comes in. Alert. Hello, Mr. Morency.
Yeah.
He's not Match Fixer Gate, and he has an avatar. Like this guy's got a face.
All right. Yeah, I'm off it then. Fuck you, dickhead.
Fucking fake.
Block that fuckhead.
We got a fake match fixer.
An imposter.
I should have noticed too. I know. Even Kyle, it's not him. Yeah, match fixer alert. It's not. That's a
man. Fuck you, match fixer. Regards. Oh, now look, Gabe.
Now he's confusing me.
Get out of here, match fixer. We're not fucking doing them.
I'm not betting it anyways, match fixer. You're being investigated.
Yeah, because you're fixing matches. That's why.
What do you guys? So explain to us, match fixer. What you fucking you hacked into their system, computer system? You promise us it's a draw? Can you guarantee it's a fucking draw?
Well,
I'm
the
still
game's
paying off my fucking bookie for that Lara Gut fucking downhill skiing play, man.
yeah, that surfing play you gave me fucking lost too.
Yeah, what happened with the surf pick?
That fucking lady you gave me fucking lost.
Yeah, but didn't she get screwed, to be honest? Like for the bad judging or something?
No, she got bitten by a shark, I think. Well, the match is coming up, Gabe. Should I bet it? Fuck, no more bets. All right, he said USA, Italy. So if you lose match fix, you're getting blocked. Settle down, pick machine. We don't do that.
How about you give us a pick for a real game, match fixer?
He did. He gave us.
I've always said, I know, you notice Match Fixer and Bruce chat are never in the chat at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like Superman and fucking Clark Kent. We actually do think Bruce chat is Match Fixer.
I'm not saying anything about Bruce chat anymore.
I know, that's cool. I actually have a really funny story. Not about Bruce chat, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow night's private show.
I'll be on with that. Oh, Gabe, look at this game he gave me. 53 minutes in, it's 0-0.
What, at the half?
It's almost 60 minutes in. No one scored.
No. Someone's going to score. Fuck. If fucking Match Fixer, you better be wrong. If this wins, we're all going to be mad. Fuck.
Yeah.
There's no way it goes scoreless. Oh, fuck. I forgot about the Aces game. Fuck. They traveled all night, too. Like, really?
Wow. USA just got a penalty and they missed it. It would have tied it. Wow.
Maybe tomorrow night after a couple of drinks, fuck, on Patreon, we'll play some virtual. Tomorrow night after the US.
Yeah, nice call, Match Fixer. That one lost there, pal. See you later.
See, that's why I didn't get in.
Good call, Match Fixer. That was a big-time loser.
What did you just lose on that? $50?
I didn't play it. I found out it was a fake.
Yeah, it's a good thing we realized. Come on, Match Fixer, bro.
Go the fuck away.
Now you're going to give us – he's going to come on with another one now. No, he's all right.
Let me guess, Match Fixer. You live in, like, Cyprus or something. Or Malta or something, right?
No, we're not kicking him out. That's a yellow card.
All right, well, he has one more shot. He said Argentina earlier. They're about to play right now.
I'm not touching it.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm betting this. I'm betting it. I'm saying it right now. I'm taking Argentina plus 140.
All right, I'll put the fucking sound up for you.
You better be right, Match Fixer, or you're fucking out of here, mister.
It's going to be fucking hard, man, to fucking watch and not bet.
Yeah, well, could be good or bad. Come on, Argentina. Come on, Messi.
Fuck, it's fucking spinnings.
All right, here they come.
I didn't get in on it.
I'm in plus 140. Come on, fuck boys. Let's go.
Argentina with the ball.
It's very good.
Here comes Messi.
Passing football. The chance here.
Into the box.
Opportunity is put wide. He had to score that.
He missed.
It's a bit of a heavy touch in
I didn't
midfield.
miss that.
They've managed to retain.
Here comes Argentina.
possession. And those two have worked that very well. Wonderful chance.
Oh.
Wonderful save.
Big save. Fuck. Normally they would score in that shit.
Clever piece
Here
of
comes
work there.
Portugal.
And that's a
Penalty kick.
according to the
Ronaldo
referee.
coming up.
And that's the bar goalkeepers can't reach.
1-0 Portugal at the half.
Fucking guy, man. Fucking virtual, man.
Here comes Portugal again.
I'm not going to win. It's over. I can't win now.
Okay.
No, I wasn't going to get a draw. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't. Brawling can help me.
And the goalkeeper's made a mess of it and gets away with it.
Portugal's dominating. Fuck. They got the
They're
ball.
playing keep ball to some effect.
So you gave us two losers, bro. How do you feel?
See, maybe like this. And he's put it wide.
Yeah, at best, fucking Argentina gets a draw here on their last drive here.
Pass. Possibilities of something on the overlap here. Oh, it's close. Ooh, that is a horrible challenge, but the referee has allowed the play to go on.
Fucking Portugal's going to win a plus 240. Fuck.
Ahead of him here. Goes for the shot. It took a very good save. It's a terrific build-up and a very fine save.
Portugal dominates. Fuck. Corner kick even
Going
there.
for the short corner routine. Oh, that's close.
Man, fuck virtual. There's a fucking $100 down the drain for no reason. Get that fucking loser out of here. Fuck off.
That's why I stayed away. That's why I.
There's $100 I'll never fucking get back.
You know what? Like it's unbelievable the fucking discipline I just showed here. That wasn't easy. Fuck.
There's starving kids in the Sudan right now, and I'm fucking throwing away $100.
Come on, virtuals. That's the thing about how fast it is that you lose, right? That's what I don't like.
Yeah, and I haven't played it in a while.
The key to virtual is you need to win the first couple of bets, and then you get rolling with the house money. That's the only way to play this shit.
I'm
I
done.
can pick a virtual winner right now. I'm not going to do it, though. We'll do it tomorrow.
I'm not doing it tomorrow.
You're out, huh?
I'm done. I'm never playing that again.
You guys, King Ganji, you guys are right, though. Fuck off.
Turn that shit off. It's like working out all day and then eating bad at the end of the day.
I know. That's exactly what I said. Like, usually I'm the biggest degenerate in the world, guys, as you know, but even me, I'm like, nah, man. I just fucking won the football over. I just hit that overseas elite. I got baseball. I don't want to give it away, man.
You know what virtual soccer's like, Gabe? It's like murdering someone, getting off, and then you go back out and kill someone else.
Yeah, I know. You know what it is? It's true. It's like getting off of a murder trial. You walk out of the courtroom and you decide to steal a car outside the courthouse.
Exactly.
You're like, yeah, why not? Fuck. You know what I mean? I'll get away.
I'm invincible now. I can do anything. All right, I'm fucking done, man. Fuck virtual.
All right, big man. So Salford, he said Salford.
Preston North End in the championship. Fleetwood Town in League One. League Two, Lincoln City, and National League, Salford City.
All right, big man. Good luck.
Thank you.
And good night and good luck, as Edward Morrow would say.
Yeah, I'll be on the Patreon tomorrow. Fuck you, Match Fixer. Fuck off.
Well, you got another one?
Yeah, he just get another one. Yeah, regards. Up your ass.
Match Fixer, bro. What do you
Yeah, up your ass, regards.
Come on, like what are you trying to do? Hey,
All
Match
right, Gabe,
Fixer, I'd like to know.
Let's just play one more.
I'm not playing his bet.
I'm kidding. I'm not playing another one.
I'd like to know, Match Fixer, are you actually betting these things right now, or are you just throwing them in the chat?
Oh, you're just throwing shit out, bro.
I know. You know, Match Fixer, you're like the Q. Fuck. You're like the QAnon shit.
Gabe, look at Wazzy No's last comment.
Who's here now?
Wazzy No.
Wazzy No. I just took a nice shower. Oh, Wazzle. Yeah.
Cool. Are you still naked? Thanks.
Kyle Hamburg's proud of me. Thank you, Kyle.
I just took a nice shower.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, now I forget off. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised they don't have NFL virtual.
That would be a shit show.
I know, man. They had NFL.
Basketball.
You know what they really should have? Yeah, I don't understand how they don't have hockey or basketball virtual. It'd be simple. They have all this other bullshit.
I'm telling you, the lowest form of gambling I've ever did was when the night I bet on virtual trotting.
Yeah, we've had some pretty we had some good nights doing that shit.
Oh, when I was down at the shore, I killed it. I was making a ton of money on that shit.
You know, the problem is for me, last week I fucking did really well. It's a good analogy that you said. Like, it was penny wise, pound crazy. That's the way I put it. Like, you know, I built up the account, did so well. I was killing shit. It was that night, remember, we hit the plus 300 on the impact game. And remember that?
Yeah.
Both teams to score. I won like $1,800 that night. I was fucking stoked. And, man, I just bled it. Like, it wasn't even one night that I lost it after. It was just, 100 here on a Filipino game, 100 in Vietnam there.
Yeah, I stopped doing that. Yeah.
And I wasn't winning. Remember, I told you. I said on Twitter, I said, guys, I just lost like 5 in games in a row. Like,
see, the good thing, Gabe, is like I just do that on Bet365. I don't do that on any other book. Like I just have that to fuck around basically.
King Ganja, what was on NBC? I know the football game was on NBC. I was talking about virtual NFL football.
Dude, Wazzy, no, fuck off, will you? Please.
How would you feel if I said that I'm not naked? Just settle down, Wazzy.
Look what he just said. Big man, if you wouldn't mind, I would give you a massage while I'm naked and you were going over stats. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit.
Big Will says, match fixer IP address, traces it to the Sioux.
Bruce Shad.
I told you, now, Bruce Shad's going to join the chat in a minute. Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, what's
Hey, guys.
And Bruce Shad's like at home laughing right now. I just got big man to lose $100.
How much Domino's can that buy?
All right, big man. Have a good one, bro.
All right. Yeah, Guam White, I kind of like that. All right, everyone have a nice night. See ya.
All right, so we got UFC tomorrow night. It's a tough card, actually, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got to dig in more here overnight and tomorrow. I really bet one day at a time, man, right? I got a million things going on in my life, too, so I really do. I bet one day at a time. I'll kick the tires on this overnight here. Oh, man. The Cub Swanson, fuck. I want to take Cub Swanson, but he's not going to win. Mighty Mouse Johnson's going to win, but he's minus 500. Mighty Mouse Johnson will be used tomorrow. He'll be nice to be used in parlays with, like, you know, those fucking favorites, like New York Red Bulls and shit like that. Or, you know, who was the one who was minus 300? Yeah, New York FC, excuse me. New York FC at Yankee Stadium. Parlay that with Mighty Mouse Johnson. Not really a very good card, to be honest. It's kind of shitty card compared to all the good cards we've had recently. So TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt. We had Gamblu on earlier in the week on the radio show, and Lou really likes Cody Garbrandt in this fight. He thinks that Cody Garbrandt was just like kind of rushed last time. You know, Cody Garbrandt was knocking everyone out. He's a young guy. He was 22, 23. He was 24 when he fought Dillashaw. Dillashaw was like 29. Dillashaw is more experienced than Garbrandt. And, you know, they were on the Ultimate Fighter show together. And TJ Dillashaw owned him, right? And smack talking. Cody Garbrandt's not the brightest guy. So, like, Cody Garbrandt is a good fighter, but he has a hard time with comebacks. And TJ Dillashaw really isn't, you know, whatever, fucking Chael Sonnen or anything. But TJ Dillashaw sort of got in Garbrandt's head. Everything that Garbrandt said, Dillashaw had a comeback for all the time. And it fucking pissed Garbrandt off. He was like, he could tell, like on Twitter and shit, people were like, man, you're getting fucking schooled. You're getting, you know. So when they fought, it took him out of his element. He was so fucking frazzled. And this guy fucking talks shit about me online all the time. And you know, he wasn't, you know, now, the second time you notice now, he's not biting. He's not taking the bait. Like TJ Dillashaw is trying to fucking call him a kid again. And remember, he called him a kid all the time. And you're just a kid and fucking. You notice now, Garbrandt's more, I don't care what you say, fuck. You know, I'm going to beat you. I don't care. I'm not even listening anymore. It's a better attitude to take. Like if you remember Jose Aldo against Conor McGregor, you know, Jose Aldo's a great fighter, fuck. And he got knocked out in 13 seconds. Why? Because he got taken out of his element. Like Conor McGregor was a genius at that. Conor McGregor fucking rattled Jose Aldo so much before the fight that by the time they got into the cage, Jose Aldo was already defeated, fuck. You know, they went on that press tour. I had them on the show, fuck. I had Conor McGregor on. And that was the day too, man. Conor McGregor, fucking Jose Aldo walked out of the fucking Canada AM set. Conor McGregor kind of touched his head sitting behind him. And Aldo was like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. Like he told the UFC, I can't be in a room with this guy anymore because I'm going to fucking fight him right now. And Connor was laughing then and knew I'm in this guy's head. Fuck. So Aldo was always calm and smiling before fights, right? Before he was always nice and shit. And he got suckered into this smack talking fest with Connor. And then when they fought, Jose Aldo ran right at him. Fuck. Instead of being patient and fighting his fight, he was all like, I fucking hate this guy. And he ran right at him and he got knocked out. So Lou thinks that Cody Garbrandt sort of went through that same experience and now he's a little wiser and smarter. Thing is, Dillashaw is just all around better than Garbrandt. Like, Garbrandt needs to fucking knock him out to beat him, you know? That's the thing. Dillashaw can fucking get in and out. Dillashaw's been in bigger fights. Dillashaw's better than Garbrandt. Yeah, what up? You know, Andy. Exactly. Exactly. Aldo was defeated before the fight started against Conor McGregor. Garbrandt wasn't defeated, but Garbrandt was just, he wasn't focused. That's the whole thing. Like, people that go, it doesn't matter if you smack talk. Some guys, it rattles them, fuck. And you know what I mean? It just takes their focus off the game plan. And then they just sort of want to punch you in the face. You know, if a fighter just goes in there swinging wildly, I fucking hate this guy, he's going to get dropped. It happens all the time. That's why these fighters smack talk each other, fuck. Because they think, if I can fucking just tweak this guy a bit, it's same as hockey, right? Same as hockey. Fucking run your mouth, take the other team out of their game. Take them out of their game. That's the whole thing. And so UFC fighters use the same sort of tactic. You know, like TJ Dillashaw doesn't really talk a lot of shit, but he just realized that, you know, this fucking kid's a dumb fucking, you know, Garbrandt's just a dumb tattooed kid here. I can fucking get in his head easily. And it worked. It worked. Now, I don't follow all that shit, to be honest. I don't care what they say to each other. So, but from what I understand, look, I saw an interview and Garbrandt didn't bite too much, but I guess he has a few times again. I don't know. Dillashaw's not great either. I mean, they're both good. I'm not overly excited about this fight. I'm not going to lie. It's just another fight to me. I'm going to say, though, that Dillashaw beats him. It's no lock. I'm not telling you right now. I'm not saying, boy, I love TJ Dillashaw, but I've been kicking the tires on this fight all week, and I'm always coming back to the same thing. I'd rather just fucking bet on Dillashaw minus 125 than Garbrandt at plus 100. I think Andy put it well, in which you need to he's going to need to knock, in my opinion, you're really going to need to outbox him and fucking, or knock him out. And Dillashaw is a very good boxer. He's very good at stand-up. Dillashaw is very good at understanding judges, too. Dillashaw knows how to rack up points in rounds. And, you know, he's kind of cagey, this guy. He is. You know, like, he's better than Garbrandt. And Dillashaw fucking had a war with Dominic Cruz. Like, Garbrandt wouldn't have lasted very long with a guy like Cruz. He'd get, you know, last, but he'd get schooled. Garbrandt's good. Dillashaw's better. Give me TJ Dillashaw. Yeah, that's the this is great, fuck. I tweeted about moving to New York, and Joe Lozito, the New York subway hero guy. Remember, there was a serial killer on the subway, and he got attacked, and the cops watched him get attacked, and he sued the cops and NYPD and everything. Joe Lozito sends me a tweet. Congrats, buddy. Be careful on the subway. with a picture of him covered in blood, attacked. It's like, yeah, thanks, buddy. Sports Rage fan just tweets something very interesting, actually. He's a big Buckeye fan. Interesting fact, Zach Smith is Earl Bruce's grandson. Earl Bruce is Urban Meyer's mentor. Let's see, there's coming together. So that's why he covered up for Zach Smith the whole time. Oh, and he's a big Ohio State Buckeye fan. He goes, my best guess is that Urban Meyer keeps his job and gets suspended for 3 to 4 games. I see that the reporter guy, whatever his name is, Britt McMurphy or McHenry or whatever the guy's name is. I see there's an interview with him, and he's saying he doesn't believe he's going to coach. Somebody says Morency's taking over the Peterman reality tour. So Henry Cejudo's not beating Mighty Mouse tomorrow. There's another good parlay. You know, he's not Cejudo. Cejudo's an Olympic wrestler, gold medalist, and all that shit. He's a great wrestler, but Mighty Mouse is unbeatable. Everyone's beatable, but in this weight class, Mighty Mouse isn't bored either. So Cejudo's stand-up isn't good enough. And even though he's an Olympic wrestler and shit, Mighty Mouse is a good wrestler. And even if you get Mighty Mouse down, fuck, he fucking pops back up. So in the main event, yeah, battle. Oh, shit. In the battles here, in the main event, the co-main event, whatever, man. I like the favorites. I like TJ Dillashaw minus 125 and Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse at Mighty Mouse at plus 500. Minus 500. I'm not going to lay 500, but I'm going to put them in parlays. The other fights are tough. There's a lot of not no names, but you know, Ho Kang plus 180. You know, early in the card, we might look at some underdogs. I'll post my picks tomorrow, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to force shit right now. I'll post my picks tomorrow, but I see a few of these underdogs early. There's just sort of a few fighters early that shouldn't be this big of favorites, essentially. But it's a kind of a weak card. It doesn't mean it won't be entertaining, you know, to watch. But out of all the blockbuster cards we've had recently, this is not one of them. Even though there's 2 title fights. I hate to say it, but it's true. No one, Mighty Mouse is a problem. Mighty Mouse wins all the time, but people aren't interested in it. You know, like the fight purist will fucking say, what, you don't like the small guys fighting? You know, you're not a real fan. But the fact of the matter is, you know, the pay-per-view numbers are always the worst when Mighty Mouse or Dillashaw and Garbrandt or Cruiser fight. Smaller weight classes don't sell. They really don't. I've been at fights. I've been to a lot of UFC events over the years. I've been to a lot of Mighty Mouse events, man, and people leave and shit. It's pretty bad. That's why they can't have as a main event. It's better that he's not the main event. I saw when he was a main event in Montreal. Everyone sort of split. Few people stayed. In Vegas, everyone split before. You know what I mean? Like, Mighty Mouse gets fucked. He's a great. The thing with me with Mighty Mouse, the UFC should do him a favor. Instead of putting Mighty Mouse on these pay-per-views and then having shitty pay-per-view sales and then mocking him for it, but it's almost, just put him on like a mega card. You know what I mean? Like, sort of cover him a bit. Say, hey, listen, you're our best champion. You never get in trouble. You're the most dominant pound-for-pound fighter. John Jones is, but John Jones is a fuck-up. Instead, they're like, well, let's fucking make him the main event or the co-main event to fucking humble him and show him, look, you only sold fucking 100,000 pay-per-views, so why should we pay you? That's like their attitude with him. There's always a reason why they do this shit, right? Exactly, Louis. You know what I'm saying? People leave. I know. I'm not saying it's right. I don't mind watching Mighty Mouse. I like watching him because it's a work of art. He's that good, but I also find it annoying too. I'm not going to lie. I get a headache, like with him and John Dodson and these little guys running around. It's like you said, they're like jockeys fucking running around. Fucking even though I'm a big MMA fan, I'm not like the biggest MMA purist per se. But I'm a bigger purist. Like, I'm an MMA fan. I'm not just a UFC fan, right? So I respect the sport as a whole. I understand the sport. But at the same point in time, I actually like the heavyweights and shit. I've always been a fan. Like, my favorite division is actually like light heavyweight and heavyweight. I like seeing Cormier and fucking Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar and these guys. I like the big dudes fucking throwing it down. It's sort of the Vince McMahon theory. It's sort of like Vince McMahon theory in the sense that, and I know now you have more common shit because they, wrestling, they're trying to make it more. But Vince McMahon was totally against cruiserweights and all that type shit. Like, Vince McMahon likes Andre the Giant. He likes Rikishi. He likes fucking an image and big. You know what I mean? Undertaker, tall, fucking. Like, Vince McMahon sees, Vince is a promoter, right? So Vince is like, yeah, whatever. You're a good wrestler. Fuck, you're 6 feet 220. You're not special, And people used to say Vince is an asshole. He dismisses a lot of good wrestlers and shit. But Vince knows business. And Vince once told someone, I don't know who, but he said, listen, he said, you're a great wrestler. I respect your wrestling ability, but he said, the fact of the matter is people don't like paying money to go to an arena to watch people that they're bigger than. That's a good point. That's the whole thing. Like, Mighty Mouse is great, but Joe Sixpack sitting in the crowd's like, fuck, man, I don't care about this 120-pound dude. He might be a champion and shit, but to me, he looks like a little fucking midget, So, and I'm not saying that's right. I'm just telling you from a business perspective, reality. All right. It's reality. It's an entertainment industry. It's business. So that's the business of it. That's why he doesn't sell. He could be so fucking great, but he's small. So people don't care. Conor McGregor is larger than life in his personality. And honestly, I say I like the heavyweights. I like watching big dudes fight, but in the old days, the best division in the UFC was 155, lightweight. That's where all the action was, man. Those guys would beat the shit out of each other. Remember Maynard and Edgar and fucking all those 155ers were fucking fun, man. It was fucking Nate Diaz. There was 155 is where the fights were. 170 was George St. Pierre and kind of bigger, the tweeners. So I like all the divisions. But I don't get it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not like, oh, man, I can't wait to see fucking Mighty Mouse fight Cejudo. It's like, fuck, he beat him already. Like, Mighty Mouse has beaten everybody 2 times already. Fuck. Yeah, Chris Lehman. You know what I'm talking about, Andy. 155 and 170 and shit. Those guys were just wars, man. You know what I mean? 185 has always sort of been the tweener division. Like 185, if you notice, delivers quick knockouts, but not wars. Like, think about it. All the 185 champions, Anderson Silva was for a while, but for the most part, guys like Luke Rockhold and fucking, Robert Whittaker, the 185 guys are often just sort of flash knockout and, it's not sustained. It's sort of mini heavyweight, but you know what I mean? Because they're really heavyweights at 185. They really weigh like 220 in real life and shit. So it's now 185, there's a lot of badasses there, fuck. Like the 185 guys pack a big punch. That's what I'm saying. Like, you get punched by the one, like there's a, you know what I mean? Like the 170 guys kick you in the head, and there's a lot of, they'll fight back and shit. They'll wrestle, and you notice the 185 guys just come in, bang, fuck, like, because they're fast. They're fast, but they're big, right? Like, they're fast, but they're big. But I always get the feeling whenever I watch a 185 guy, I'm always like, whatever, dude. Why aren't you fighting at 205, Luke Rocco? Look how big you are, fuck, Like, it seemed the guys at 185 to me, and I'm not calling them pussies that all destroy me, but I'm saying I always look at a lot of 185 guys. I'm like, you're scared of the 205 guys, I think. Exactly, Mangler. Like the 185 guys. You notice, though, the 185 guys always miss weight. They're always on steroids. Like, they're all nut jobs. They're all killers. Great call by Mangler. Adesanya, Joel, fucking Romero, fucking Rockhold, Jacare, Whittaker, Gastelum. All these guys will knock your fucking head off, man. And all of them will talk shit. All of them will cheat if they can. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking scum. It's a scuzz division. It is. It's a dirty division. Fuck. It's a dirty fucking division. It just is. You know what I mean? Like, those guys in that division, like Bisping fucking like beats the shit out of Rockhold, fucking laughs at him after. Yoel Romero takes steroids and says, I don't care. Fuck you. I'll kill you anyways. Like, they're never apologetic. Luke Rockhold's like the biggest dick. Look at a guy like Gustafsson. Look at a guy like Alexander Gustafsson. I've stood next to Gustafsson. I know he's 6'5" or 6'4", whatever, 6'5", but I'm telling you, I've stood right next to Gustafsson before, and I was amazed. I was like, man, he's not that big. Like, he's not that muscular and shit. Like Alexander Gustafsson. So to me, he's a great example of that. Like, that's a warrior. Like, Alexander Gustafsson should fucking cut weight, fight at 185, and he'd fucking kill those guys. Right? But Alexander Gustafsson's a fucking man. So he's like, man, I'll fight these guys. I'll fight Anthony Johnson. I'll fight John Jones. Let's go. Right? He's like, yeah, I might be a little fucking undersized here, like weight to them, but, I'm fucking tough. I'll kick him in the face. Let's do it. And You know, that's the whole thing. I don't hold it against fighters, though. I don't respect fighters that don't make weight, but I don't hold it against fighters for finding the perfect division. You know what I mean? There's certain guys, like George St. Pierre was just perfect for that division. Ronda Rousey was a good example of that. Like, Ronda Rousey was so much bigger than everybody else. She really was. Like, look at every Ronda Rousey fight. She was always bigger. And the first time she fought someone who was her size, Holly Holm fucking killed her. And then she lost again after against a tough chick, right? You know, like Ronda Rousey, and that's why Dana White never created the other women's divisions, because he knew she'll get fucking killed. He knew that it was perfect. She maxed out at 135, and these other girls just couldn't do it. Fuck. They were all smaller and shit. Like, Ronda beat up on smaller women most of her career. You know, and I'm not holding against her. I'm just saying, because she was perfect. She was just, her body was perfect for that weight, and it wasn't perfect for everyone else in that division at the time. You know, like if they added other way, like if Ronda had to fight it, okay. Remember Ronda was adamant, man. She wouldn't fight at 140 or 145. She talked shit. Remember she told fucking Cyborg once, she said, I'll fucking fight you at 145 gladly and kick the shit out of you. She never did she? You know what I mean? No, she didn't. She knew, fuck, because Ronda at 135 was bigger than everyone else. Cyborg's bigger than her. And Cyborg just couldn't get to fucking 135. She couldn't do it. You know, and she has too much muscle. Like, she just physically could not do it. Like, she wanted to, you know what I mean? And they told her, she said, listen, I can do this. I'll cut the weight. And doctors and her trainers and everyone said, listen, you're too big. Like, you have too much muscle. Basically, you will have 0% body fat and it'll be unhealthy. Like, you can't get to 135. Like, she could get to 140. She could do 140, but she couldn't do 135. So it was only a 5-pound difference. And look, Ronda and Dana were scared shitless of that. Never happened, did it? Ronda never fought fucking Cyborg because Ronda knows deep down inside Cyborg would have murdered her. Fuck. Cyborg would have murdered Ronda. Dana White protected Ronda Rousey from Cyborg. And you notice he signed Cyborg only when he knew Ronda was leaving and was done. Yeah, in Strikeforce, they fought at 145 like Gina Carano did against Cyborg. Except it's funny how, though, but she didn't do it after, right? Like I said, there's certain fighters, you know, like Nate Diaz, fuck. Nate Diaz at 155 is a fucking load to deal with, right? He's big, Nate Diaz, for 155. But Nate Diaz at 170 gets fucking picked up by Rory McDonald and fucking thrown to the ground like a fucking wet towel. Right? So Nate Diaz is a good example. Like I said, there's certain guys that just max out perfectly for the class that they're in. Tyron Woodley, too. Like, Woodley's fucking ripped and shit. He's just perfect for that 170. You know what I mean? He's just stronger than most 170 guys are. I always thought Ronda was a little overrated. I always thought Ronda was a little over. Listen, I think Ronda's great. She's an icon, legend, and all that type stuff. But, you know, when they were like greatest fucking this ever and comparing her to Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather and shit, it's like, dude, she's beating fucking 3-2 fighters, man. I know one of the girls she beat. Charmaine Tweet. My buddy Charmaine Tweet fought fucking Ronda Rousey. Charmaine Tweet fucking was a kickboxer. She fought Ronda Rousey in her first fight. Like, her first MMA fight was against Ronda Rousey. You know, Ronda Rousey was like 9-0 only, and like 5 of the chicks she fought were terrible. You know, Charmaine Tweet's fucking tough, but she works at TD Bank during the day, fuck. Literally. She used to do really interviews on MMA Meltdown with me from the bank. She's a bank teller. She's a bank teller in a small town in Saskatchewan. And she fought Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? Like, Ronda's beating up bank tellers, fuck. You know, like, yeah, okay, you beat Misha Tate. You know what I mean? That was your big rival. And like I said, you fought Holly Holm, who's pretty good, and she kicked you in the head. You fought Amanda Nunes, who's a fucking monster, and she fucking nearly destroyed you and killed you. And she put you into a spiral of depression for a year. You know, Cyborg fucking Santos would have put you in a hospital. Right? So you never do what, Cody? What about Charmaine Tweet? Yeah, I'm not disparaging Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's awesome, but I'm just stating Ronda Rousey was no, she's not Floyd Mayweather. She's not Mike Tyson. She didn't fight anybody. And as soon as she did, she lost. And real champions then come back. She quit. She quit. Oh, Amanda Nunes isn't a man. She's just a very, very strong woman. We've talked about this before. About fighting the chicks. If, like, what would happen, like, if you fought? What do you think would happen? I don't know how big you guys are, but do you think you would beat Amanda Nunes in a fight? I don't. Like, I'm man enough to admit that I wouldn't want to get into a fight with Amanda Nunes. Like, Amanda Nunes would fucking kill me. Fuck. She'd punch me in the face, and then she'd fucking choke me out, man. She'd put me in a fucking jujitsu fucking move very quickly and shit. You know, there's some UFC chicks that would be, you know, would be all right, but, you know, like fucking not Amanda Nunes. Like, I don't want to get punched in the jaw. Imagine Amanda Nunes landing a clean shot right in your jaw. Bam, fuck. You know, like, it would be a bad time. Like, the only thing is, like, is size. If you're a really, 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 really big dude and a chick, like Marcus said, if you're a really, really big dude, even if the chick's a good jit shit, right? If you get a hold of her, you're just going to throw her through the fucking window or something. But I'm talking, you're standing up straight like this. Like, I wouldn't go anywhere near Amanda Nunes. I wouldn't go anywhere near any of these chicks. I've said that before, too. I agree with Mark T, but I know a lot of guys that are dumb and think they'll beat them and shit. I saw it firsthand in Vegas, man. I was in Vegas at the pool on a 4th of July party at this private party, and there was all these fucking UFC Strike Force chicks. They weren't in the UFC yet. No woman fighting. That was Strike Force fighters were there, and dudes came up to them all day and asked them to kick them and shit for some stupid reason, and they did, and one by fucking one, man. I forget the names of the chicks. If I saw the Strike Force roster, I'd be like, oh yeah, her, Caitlin Young. There's a few of them. Fuck. And it was nuts. Fuck. Like, there were big jock guys coming over. Hey, I heard you're one of those fighters. And they're hot chicks in bikinis. They're all at the pool laughing and shit. And they were all like, punch me, kick me, please. And they would all say the same thing. All right, everybody saw that he asked this, right? And everyone was like, yep, give it to him. And then bam, fuck. And every one of them, man, would drop, dude. Every one of them would drop. Like, fucking, they would do like the side kick on the side of the leg and shit. Smack. Fucking dudes would buckle and shit and try to walk away all cool. And you'd see them after fucking, you know, one dude, he's all fucking purple and shit. It's like, dude, why would you go up to this chick that you know she's in Strike Force and ask you to kick? Like, really? It's like, I know you think she's a chick, but if she kicks you in the leg, bro, it's going to hurt. Like, she knows what she's doing. Like, I wouldn't get in a fight with fucking Holly Holm. I'd be like, no, it's good, Holly. No, stop. It's good. Holly Holm, like, kicking you and shit. Rose Namajunas might be small, man, but this fucking chick gets you in an arm bar, fucking gets a hold of you, you're in a lot of trouble. I said, I know a dude. I know this big crazy guy. I'm not buddies with him. I knew when I was younger, but I knew a big crazy dude, all right? And he's pretty big. He was like, I don't know, fucking, he wasn't that tall, but he was like, you know, he's probably like 6'2", 300 type shit, you know? He got into a fight with fucking Alex Hilton, the boxer, world champion boxer. And he fucking picked Alex Hilton up and shit. And like he threw Alex Hilton onto a car. He thought he was hanging for a second. You know what I mean? But because he was big, so he grabbed him and he sort of like fucking threw him like face first into a car and shit. And basically, like, I guess he threw him around for a minute. Except fucking the problem was Hilton got up. And when Hilton got up, Hilton fucking just fucking came at him and he fucking used his face up, punching back. Hilton cracked him once, bang, bang, and then Hilton fucking went bang, 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 bang. And the big dude fucking collapsed finally. Right? So the big guy did have his moment, but it wasn't enough, you know? That's why, like, if you're a big dude and you got that moment, you gotta make your moment count. It's like what happened to me. I told the story. I got into a fight with a dude once over a Monopoly board game, and we were playing for real money. Basically, I knew we were about to fight. Like, I knew he was about to do something. So I just did it first, and I tried to go big or go home. So I fucking speared him through a door. Like, he was standing there, and I basically, like, ran up and tackled him like through a fucking door. We went through the door and shit. It didn't work, fuck, because basically we both went through the door, fuck. You know what I mean? It was spectacular. It looked cool and shit. like we went bam. I fucking speared him, bam, through the door. We fucking crashed into the bathroom and shit, which was good. But the bad part was he fucking grabbed me by the hair and smashed my face into the fucking toilet, fuck. Yeah, I've had my face smashed into a toilet before. It's not fun. It fucking hurts, fuck. I was sober too when all this happened. I wasn't drunk. Fucking, it was pretty painful. Bang, fucking right off like the fucking porcelain. Smash. Like, I got my face. I didn't get like dunked into the water. I got like smashed into a fucking like the porcelain. Bam, fuck. It fucking broke my nose. I had like a black eye under both. You know what I mean? I had my nose broken a lot, fuck, in my life. It's fucking loose, my nose. So, fucking, then after that, he fucking smashed my face into the fucking toilet. Then I tried to push him down a flight of stairs, fuck. And then he got very angry because he knew I tried to push him down a flight of stairs. And it was pretty steep too. Like, I did too. I tried to push him down a flight of stairs. He hit my face into a toilet seat. Like, so whatever. Like, we got up, we sort of stumbled, and I tried to fucking shove him down a flight of stairs. Fucking. Except he held on, fuck. He was fucking pretty athletic. He fucking held on to the railing and he sort of jumped back up. And he was on the step, but I was at the top of the step and I came down. I was going to fucking, like, I nearly tackled him, but I was like, no, then you're going to go down the step of stairs. So I stopped sort of, and it gave him a chance to get back up. And then he fucking cracked me again. I fucking remember it all pretty vividly. But he fucking cracked me again a few times. And then I did the same move again, I fucking grabbed him in a sort of fucking bear hug thing, and we both ran, and I ran with him, and I slammed him into a fucking wall. And then our buddies broke it up. Yeah, it was all over Monopoly, We used to play Monopoly for real money. So, like, instead of, like, Monopoly money, we'd play for real money. So, and we'd have the real money on the board game. All right. And we were broke too. So we weren't rich. So basically, like, you know, it was like $1 up to fucking $20. And you know what I mean? So like there was a lot of fucking loony dollar coins and fucking, you know, $5 bills. But the thing is, that fucking jackpot in the middle, man, it would grow, and it would be like fucking $400 or $500 sometimes. And we were broke fucking losers, right? So we're all eyeing that fucking money in the middle. And this dude, we were playing, and he got pissed off about the game. Not even about me. It wasn't even me. He got pissed off about the game with someone else. I don't know, man. They got into about something. And he flipped the board, and the money went everywhere. He flipped the board. He got all pissed off. He flipped the board. The money went everywhere, all over the fucking place. We all got pissed off. We were all like, you fucking asshole. And we were all yelling at him and shit. And he was like, what are you guys going to do? And I just snapped and fucking threw him through the door. So, yeah, the suicide tackles, exactly, man. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like when you don't think, you're just recklessly like, fucking you both go through shit. It was like a sitcom. It was like an action movie. You know, it was so stupid. Like we're going through doors, toilets. Dude, we broke the toilet, we broke the sink, we broke 2 doors. There was like fucking holes in the wall everywhere. We broke the fucking staircase wood thing that he fucking held on. He like tore it. Like we destroyed the place pretty much, like a big section of it. And the best part is like fucking an hour later, everything was fine. You know? Like the next day we were sitting there and both of us were fucked up. I was worse though, because I had the black eye and the broken nose. He was injured. Like he twisted his ankle when I fucking pushed him down the stairs. And you know, I looked worse, but he was injured too. He was fucked up. Like he got hurt too. So it was funny though. The next day we were sitting there and we were watching like a game together. We were just all quiet, sitting there, like fucking depressed. He's like, you want anything from Dunkin' Donuts? I'm like, all right, yeah. Sort of like the hockey brawl. You know what I mean? After, it's like, all right, that was crazy. Fuck. We sort of joked. That escalated fast. Except, I'm not going to lie, he held a grudge against me. And he did start a few times, like when he got drunk after. He was like, you sucker. He got all wasted once, and he fucking he pushed me and shit. Pretty hard, too. But he was like, you sucker punched me through a bathroom door. You know, I heard him bitching. Morency fucking pushed me through a door. He tried to kill me. He tried to push me down. They were like, dude, you're over that. He got me back, though. He stole all of my clothes. I got to get out of here, but it's the funniest story ever. Fucking dude. I used to have like, I had like this Tim Raines Expos jersey, and I had an Allen Iverson Sixers jersey, like the alternate blue one, and fucking. So I had all these cool jerseys and shit. All right. So I go into a Burger King in Montreal, and there's like a pimp guy fucking there, and he's wearing a Tim Raines jersey. And I look over, and I'm like, fuck, I have the exact same jersey as that. And Then a few minutes later, I'm on the corner and there's another fucking like pimp fucking dude wearing an Allen Iverson jersey. So I thought to myself, I was like, holy fuck, man. Fucking, I gotta stop dressing like a pimp. Fuck. I was like, man, I said, I got the same clothes as these guys. Kind of fucked up. So I go home. I go home. I live near the Burger King. I go to my place. I don't notice anything, okay? Like, whatever. I got home after my radio shows, like 1 a.m. I don't notice anything. I don't think of anything. I'm like kind of laughing. I'm like, man, it's kind of fucked up, but he has a Tim Raines jersey. And then I saw a guy in an Iverson jersey. So the next morning I wake up and it's bright in my room. It was kind of dark when I got home. So it was bright in my room. I live with a bunch of dudes and shit. And so I'm like, I'm going to put like these shoes on and I can't find my shoes. And then like, I'm sort of like fucking, slowly I started realizing, I'm like, I don't know where my shoes are. My room is usually messy anyway. So I'm like, I don't know, must be here somewhere. So I'm looking around because I had these nice Nikes in this box and shit. I'm like, where's the box? I'm looking around and I'm like, where's fucking that? Where's this? And then I clued in. I'm like, oh my God, fuck. The people at Burger King are wearing my clothes. And then I clued in. I'm like, fuck. My fucking crackhead roommate stole my clothes. So I went out onto the corner and I had to go up. I went up to the guys on the corner. I'm like, listen, I said, where did you get that Tim Raines jersey, if you don't mind me? I said, what? I said, I'll just be honest with you. I said, I think it's mine, but I said, it's cool. I don't blame you. I said, but where did you get it? And he goes, fucking some dude sold it to me for a couple of rocks. And he's like, why, is it yours? And I was like, yeah, it is. And this guy in Burger, he takes it off. He's like, do you want it back? He goes, I'll give it to you back. He goes, I'll give it to you. I don't care. Fucking. And I was like, fucking, what are you going to do? Fuck. There was like blood on it now too, man. There was like blood on it. It was an Expos jersey. There was like blood on it and shit. I was like, no, man. I was like, you can keep it, man. I was like, just keep it. Fuck. He was like, you want me to buy you any Burger King? I was like, nah, man. I asked him, I said, do you get the shoes too? And he was like, yeah, I got the shoes. And I was like, did you wear them yet? Fucking, he's like, no. And I was like, all right, I'll take the shoes back. I had to buy the shoes back. Fuck. Yeah, fucking, Yeah, they didn't like him. It's funny. The guys on the corner didn't like even my buddy. You know what I mean? They were like, yeah, they told me after. They said, man, he's one of the shadiest dudes we deal with. They're like, he's always coming with weird shit. Like they knew like right away. They were cool. Like they weren't like, oh, fuck you and shit, you know? But I didn't want it back. What am I going to do with a bloodied up Tim Raines jersey? Fuck. And I should note that it was like 2 days later that I talked to these guys. Like, these guys were wearing my clothes for like days straight. Like they were sort of street guys, you know? But that's when I moved. That was the last straw. Like he thought I would be all pissed off and want to fight and shit and whatever. Instead, I just told him after. I said, whatever, dude. I said, I don't care. I said, you got real problems, bro. I said, you got to get off the rock, man. I said, I didn't take the apology. I just said, fuck off. I said, get off the rock for your own good. And I moved out. Fuck. And I stopped talking to everybody in that house. I realized, I was like, my life's going to go nowhere, man, if I'm sitting in a house full of nut jobs, fuck. And that's when my life took off and got good. You know what it was? I used to live with the guys in a bed, but the thing is, I was living with these guys in 2 beds, and it was cool. But what happened is, then, a buddy of the guy in the bed moved in, and then a buddy of his buddy moved in. So next thing you knew, there was fucking dudes in my living room. I didn't even know, But like I said, I lived in a fucking massive like warehouse with like fucking 10 guys and a bunch of bands. So what do you expect? But We never really had a theft problem. He was the only one. There was another guy that got addicted to crack too in our fucking house. And he used to steal shit, but not our shit. He used to go out and steal other people's shit. So whatever, like, he wasn't like hated in the house like the other guy. Like the other guy stole from everyone, not just me. So you know what's crazy though? He actually cleaned up, got clean and everything. He's a good guy too. He's a nice guy. You know what I mean? I liked him. You know, he got clean. He got off of everything, and he actually lives in the Maritimes and shit. And when I did the tour recently, I was out there and I asked someone. I said, "Whatever happened to him?" Fuck. I said, "Is he going to come to the show tonight?" And they said, "Oh, he would come to the show tonight, but he's banned. He's barred." Fuck. He's like, so it's sad. I guess years later, like here we are, and he's a fuck up still. Like the guy's barred. Like they said, oh, he's barred from every bar in the city. He can't get it anywhere. Like he goes into bars, he steals shit, he steals people's jackets. You know what I mean? He can't help himself. Like, crazy world. All right, gentlemen, so we're out of here. I often say that, hey, we can't go long anymore, but it is the end of the line right now for real. Because I'll tell you what, Tuesday morning, I've got a flight very early. Very early. So on Monday night, we're going to be on the clock. Tuesday night, I'll be doing this show from a hotel room. We'll be on the clock. Wednesday night, I'll be in a hotel room. We'll be on the clock. I've got a record to record in fucking about 5 weeks now. It's rapidly approaching. I'll be on the clock. So went a little late here tonight because I know, like, by necessity, next week shit changes. We'll jab as much as we can into 120 minutes. Anyways, the old adage is leave and want it more. I can't beat Bruce Springsteen every night for the rest of my life. Fuck, it's going to kill me. Bruce Springsteen used to play concerts. Every concert would be like 4 or 5 hours and shit. Every night he just fucking, oh no, let's go. Fuck. Now Bruce Springsteen, he plays 90 minutes and it's on to the next town. They said, Bruce, you're going to die. Yes, we'll be on Patreon tomorrow, Ty Rich. We're on every Saturday. But we will be on tomorrow, yeah. We'll be on patreon.com/sportsrage tomorrow night. I'm going to adjust the Patreon stuff. I just got to figure it out. We'll talk about it with the people that pay tomorrow night on Patreon, what you guys want for the future. Look at the Grateful Dead, Big Will. The Grateful Dead, Big Will. Those motherfuckers played 4 or 5 hour concerts. Fuck. It's like, hey, look at the Grateful Dead, man. Those guys play all night. Fuck. They're great. Yeah, they're all dead. Fuck. They're all dead. You know what I mean? Yeah, they played all night. You notice none of them really lived to fucking be that long, you know? But yeah, we'll be on tomorrow night during the UFC. We have fun on Saturday nights. Lou normally joins us recently during UFC Saturday nights. Sonny Vega kicks it with us. We do reckless online gambling. I usually drink beer. I'm going to drink some beer tomorrow night. One last final little going away party for myself. And then shit gets real this week. I'm moving, and we're going to be doing the shows in New York in September, but we'll be doing the shows in New York this week as well. So the journey begins actually Monday type thing. I'll be going back and forth, you know. So we went over everything. I can't repeat all the picks. Rewatch the show. Me and Big Man went over all the soccer. Tomorrow he likes Preston, Fleetwood Town, and Sulphur City. Preston, Fleetwood Town, Sulphur City. I like TJ Dillashaw tomorrow night to beat Cody Garbrandt. Atlanta and TFC draw plus 320 tomorrow. Atlanta, TFC, both teams to score. I'll go bigger on both teams to score, and I'll sprinkle on the draw. Montreal Impact are going to beat DC United. Both teams to score. Montreal Impact win the game. Orlando are going to beat New England tomorrow. FC Dallas are going to win on a clean sheet tomorrow. Minnesota United and Seattle. That's going to be a hell of a game. We didn't hit that one for some reason. That's a good fucking game, man. I think that game could be a draw, actually, at plus 250. New York FC are going to fuck the Vancouver Whitecaps up. Colorado and LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy win on the road at plus 160. Houston Dynamo, Sporting Kansas City. Big game tomorrow. Wouldn't shock me if that one was a fucking draw. Real Salt Lake will beat the Chicago Fire. Portland Timbers beat the Philadelphia Union. Can Urban Meyer beat the system? Time will tell. College football talk. We'll pick up the pace next week. Don't worry about it, gentlemen and ladies. If you're a fan of ours, don't worry. We're not gone. Doesn't matter where we fucking are. We've been doing this show for 17 years, man. All right? 16 and a half. I'd say 17. We haven't made it to 17 yet. January 2nd, but we've done this show out of Montreal. We've done this show out of Toronto. We've done the show out of Las Vegas, and now we'll do the show out of New York. So the only thing that changes is the city around us. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.